At the lows, what is up? What is up? What is up, chat? What is up? 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 कैसे chat? By just saying specific भाई अपना ट्रॉफी थोड़ा सा कैजुअल नहीं था हाँ भाई अपना ट्रॉफी थोड़ा कैजुअल नहीं था ओनली वन मैच भाई एक मैच करेंगे फेनेटिक वर्सेस टेज उसके बाद गेमिंग करेंगे मैं एसकेंडी 2 जा रहा हूँ मेरी आत्मा जा रही है भाई मेरी आत्मा जा रही है प्लीज प्लीज और दूसरा गेम वैसे भी बिली बिली नहीं जीतने वाला मतलब बीएलजी नहीं जीतने वाला समझ रहे क्या एसकेंडी मत रिवर्स टीबोन हो रहा हूँ मैं बीबीएल रे बीबीएल बीएलजी ने बीबीएल बीबीएल आवाज बड़ा थोड़ा मेरा आवाज नहीं सुनना औरा वर्सेस औरा औरा वर्सेस औरा आज फीलिंग आ रहा है 2-0 फेनेटिक फील आ रहा है मेंबर जोन नहीं था इसका ने मत पूछो भाई उसके बाद भी खेला मैं
They make a final, but Team Heretics, they still haven't won a trophy, and it's
who are you supporting?
They're the favorite for the first time in a while.
Fnatic baby.
So the map vetoes are going to be very important.
ये जीतेगा 2-0 समझ रहे हो?
Support
Fnatic को करेंगे.
Do you anticipate the same maps?
I kind of anticipate the same veto. Fnatic banning Pearl, Team Heretics removing Split, and Fracture is going to be the first one. Icebox second.
It's not
so
the same
we
maps.
are in for a treat. As you're saying, we saw Lotus and Haven. Heretics wanted to prove on Haven that they got it better than Fnatic, but this time around, it is completely
क्या आज
different.
जिंक्स मिलेगा Fnatic 2-0 बोले थे पहले किस 2-0 बेबी
Especially thinking of that first one, right? Fnatic go on to the pick and Fracture. We know that they've been performing, especially on the last couple showings that we've seen of that. But from Heretics, it's not a map that we really see a lot. We've seen them ban it also throughout the regular season, and I don't believe we've seen it in kickoff.
Yeah, they banned it near enough every single
Fnatic
week
ने
in the
सेज
regular
लिया
season, whether
इसने
it
भी
was
सेज
their
लिया
first
फ्रैक्चर
wave
में
or
मेरा
their
हो गया
second
भाई
wave. However, the last time that they met Fnatic, it was Split that they
भाई
banned.
क्वेश्चन ये है क्या ये लोग नए अपडेट में खेल रहे नहीं खेल रहे 99.100% ये लोग नए अपडेट पे नहीं खेल रहे जिसमें तेओ की महाबेन हो रखी है तो आई थिंक ब्रीच तो ही चलेगा बेटा
Interesting. Let's go.
Like that's very confident. The Neon versus the Sage.
Yeah, it's
a lot of
Are-
Gecko.
Yeah, I cannot wait to
Aura
see
देख
that
रहे हो?
head-to-head. Yeah, it's very interesting that Fnatic are finally choosing Fracture. They
इधर ना?
haven't chosen Fracture at all this entire split. Every time they played it, it's because
कल
someone
Esports
else chose
Watchparty
it, or
होगी?
it was map 3. So there
क्या
must be
लगता है?
something in the source here that's kind of saying to them
क्या
we're
लगता है?
confident
मैं
against Team
Esports
Heretics.
Watchparty
And this is
करूँगा
where I
कि
want
नहीं?
to see
क्या लगता
Crashies warm into the game instantaneously. You know, he's promised us every time they play Fracture, he's got them.
बिंग्स
But on
चड्डी
the
को लोग
other
क्या
side,
लैंग्वेज है ये
who's the
ये
Heretics
जीतेगा बंग्स
standout
भाई
player on
ना
Fracture?
ना
Here's the thing, we need to think of,
मतलब
as I
हाँ,
said, they
हाँ,
have not
2-0.
played this since kickoff. I believe it was Woods was playing on Sky.
It
It was like
was,
I do not think that we're going to get the same. The question is, what is Woods going to be doing? Is he going to go on
मेरे
the
को
tip,
एक
or are we
छोटा सा
see them
feeling
moving
आ रहा है कि
away from that
2-1
double
हो
initiator?
सकता है।
Maybe they do a double
2-1
duelist here.
लग
We've
रहा है।
also seen him going on the duelist. Are we going to see the Rays knowing how
मेरे को
good
लग रहा है
Finibus
TH
has been
जीतेगा
on
इस
this
वक्त।
stage? A lot of questions here, and the ball is in their court.
Yeah, we're gonna find out now what we're gonna get, and it is a mirror matchup. We didn't see
सनक
the
की
kind of
DX ये रे
best
कल
winning on Neon
अपोनेंट
last time, so
सनक
this is
नहीं है रे
exciting.
बाबा
Yeah, that is very exciting. I'm excited to see both of these going on Neon, especially because we know that we're not
Kick
going
कर
to have
दिया
that
सनक
head-to-head
को।
on Icebox. But yeah, looking at these compositions here,
सनक
I
by
mean,
CC है
Rian's
अभी,
on the
CC।
breach, not something that we see an awful lot of the time as well. And then and Boo, trusty Brim. So yeah, I mean, I guess they thought that Fnatic's Fracture was good. They decided to copy
So the Haven, right? It's like Haven.
Yeah. And now they're going to prove them, just like in Haven, that they can do it
2-0 locked in.
And of course, for Heretics going into this matchup, you have to see this as a possibility.
मेरा पीठ का अम्मा
And
बैन हो
thinking-
रखा है.
like thinking of Heretics, yes, we had a lot of matches last week. Heretics played one. Like they're on a very, very good position to have as much of a break as they needed to prepare things like this one. But something tells me that this was probably like prepped from the beginning.
Oh,
when
yeah.
We saw all the changes. It just makes
अगर
too much
रेंज
sense
चला तो
for
Fnatic का
Minibu
कोई
to go
चांस
on
नहीं
this
है.
agent. And as we're
Reigns
saying, the
मेरे.
head-to-head is going to be brilliant.
Woot
Also
और
thinking
Benji.
about the snipers and the operators. And I do not only say operators because we
Woot और
expect
Benji.
Nayak to definitely make a difference when he's with that gun. I'm also thinking about the marshals and the
अगर
outfits
Woot
that
और
Minibu
Benji
has
चला
been
तो
rocking throughout the entire year.
I
Fnatic
can't wait to see
चला.
this match. Of course, the winner
दो
will
वड़ा
be
पाव
a
खा लेना.
grand finalist.
कहाँ
And
पे
I
मिलता है
said
भाई
that
20
every day
रुपए का एक
working
वड़ा
with
पाव?
Kakuka and Billy is a W,
हाँ?
and my day is only getting
गाँव
better
में तेरे?
because Mitch and Tom are
कम से
waiting
कम
on
100
the
का
other
हो
side.
गया
Take
एक
it
वड़ा
away.
पाव. सारा
I
चटनी
really
कांदा
wasn't
डाला
sure
तो.
which way that
I
was
thought
going
it was
to
going
go.
the other way. I was
Alright.
certain it was going the other
I'll
way.
take a compliment. I'll take it. Yes, a pleasure.
कैसे
listening to our
फौजी?
guests, But now it's
फौजी कम से कम 1 लाख महीना कमा रहा है. 50 गिफ्टेड नहीं दे सकता यार तू. 4 साल से साथ में. 4 साल से. या शायद 5. हाँ? चट गाली दो.
Position, they went in and they did it much better. In fact, they dominated, and that's what I think of when looking at this veto
रेड
in
का हेडफोन
general.
कहाँ पे
I
मिलता
think
है?
if you
अरे
have maps, especially
बदीर के
historically,
लोले.
maps that Fnatic would love,
टिक्कर
they
डाला
have
है.
all of them. Like you've
Right.
got an Icebox, which okay hasn't looked great recently, but was one of their best in the past. You got Fracture to kick it off,
5 साल
and
तो
then
वो
finishing
करो
on a
गिफ्टेड
Lotus.
दो.
You couldn't ask for much
But
more.
sir,
But
गरीब
when you're back
एडिटर
in
से
the
पैसा
past, we're
मांग
not
रहा.
in those
शर्म
days.
है?
Heretics
गरीब?
have looked in form as of right now.
हाँ?
talking about the past, stage 1, upper bracket finals and grand final. This was the matchup going back to last year. You've just seen the stat pop up there, 70% win rate when it comes to their opponent's map picks for Team Heretics. And of course, this is Fnatic's pick. Let's see if that stat is going to be hurt and harmed here today. As Fnatic on the defense, getting aggressive, and it's Kayak with a double
लोग को
opening.
पता
The
भी था
flash
भाई.
helped him out for the second, but the first was
वो
all
लोग को
him. A
पता
little
भी
bit of
था.
space taken by Heretics in response, but a 5v2 that they're now left
वो
in.
लोग को
They
पता
did
भी
the-
था
I think they
भाई.
did the exact same thing in the pistol versus Liquid. This aggressive defensive side push. And has left Minibu
भाई रेडी भी थे
And
बे वो
almost-
लोग.
impossible position, but
है बे
bear in mind
Fnatic.
Kayak's low. And Minibu, when you talk about
दो
statistics,
कैसे
when you
मार
talk about
सकते हैं कजक
ACS,
भाई?
this has been the guy throughout the season that's been able to take rounds home. In
कजक भाई
scenarios
वहाँ
that
पे
never
दो
should have
कैसे
been.
मार
This
सकते हैं भाई?
crossfire should be
Oh,
impossible,
God.
but the first one comes cleanly. The next two might be a little bit tougher.
Yeah, there's still some room for this to swing back in the favor of Team Heretics. A strong squad when it comes to that pistol round win rate. See if it can be converted by the crossfire in play. Chronicles contact and the swing from Crash. He's down below. In fact, it was Minimu going
Almost,
diving in towards him.
almost.
He meets his
almost.
fate. The shot to the head secures a 1-0 start for Fnatic.
Yeah, and as I was saying during the round, this is something that we
Kanku
saw
ka
from
गाना
them
आ गया.
last time out when they played Fracture, this very aggressive
Almost
stance
था, almost
when it
था.
comes to Dish and the pistol round, and I
इधर
think
वालों
it's
को बहुत
something
बड़े
that
होगा obviously मेरी जान
Kayak
के
just
टूटे.
thrives in. You set him up, you put him in positions, and he's going to put up those numbers. Now that game did obviously slip into absolute turmoil, coming down to Boaster having to save them, so we'll see if that's going to be the case
After
here.
they
Because I
know
think
which
for Fnatic,
agent
getting
will
off to a strong
overtake
start,
meta, I
Fracture,
think it
it's
will
going to
be
be fairly
back to
important.
Fade.
Without a doubt. Team
Fade with
Heretics
double
have come in
control.
and given them that opportunity.
Harbor
At least
meta
it
भी
will be a
वापस आ
light
सकता है.
buy from that attacking side, playing the orbs early on, keeping space across the
Harbor
map. You
Astra
can see
meta वापस
on
आ
the B
सकता है.
side, sitting outside, you've got two players locking down that control, keeping those orbs out of their opponent's hands, and they can rotate in and take them later on. Now for Heretics, that's really the best that they can hope for in a round like this, where there's not that much to fight with. But if Minibu gets a few opportunities, if that Sheriff is given a chance, we know just how dangerous a round this can be when the pack is facing you. For Fnatic, it'll be all about avoiding that danger, and I think they're doing a great job. Just looking at B, there's one player passive and a 3-man Southside push, a lot of space taken in response.
Yeah, they have so much
बाप रे.
the information.
Timing हो सकती
Here's the
है.
danger.
They're even going to steal an orbital too, but I think they're very aware of the few spots on the map. There could be less saying that. Rians is the first to take a duel,
W.
but Chronicle at range should have them dead to rights. Obviously not wanting to overface, but here's the steps
W.
coming and just farming up those orbs. Eventually he's going to get overwhelmed though, and this could be a problem. That's now the rifle. Look at the guns that are left for Fnatic. They've only got the pistols remaining. One comes up for Alpha here, but this has all fallen apart.
Boaster's got a chance. Still gonna hurt the economy, but oh, never mind. He can't pull it back in their favor. The round 2 response from Team Heretics, a resounding victory. They looked to play the orbs. They moved as a pack, but their odds, it didn't seem to be in their favor. Isolating the first fight though, it's worked wonders.
By blind sexy da be lekin ha.
A strong start, get that momentum in their favor. That's not lasted very long at all.
Let's go!
I think, yeah, Miniboo maybe as surprised as the rest of us, because that didn't look like a round that should have been remotely possible. But with the aggression of the weapons and the pistols left behind, you now look at the economy available. I guess it doesn't matter. I guess the Classic is a much better gun than I'm giving it credit for.
Reverse nahi ho sakta.
Coming into this game, at least the best anti-eco team in the league. Well, that statistic just took a big hit in a big game as well. Trying to fight back with an eco of their own. And at least for now, it looked good. A Classic found the opening. Alpha shows the Guardian and put some credits on the line, and the reward, well, it's looking decent with Heretics already feeling the burn. Moving into the A site though, filling in a lot of space here will give them an opportunity to grab that plant. They still have to get past Crashies, but again, it's only the Classic in his hands. Boaster coming into position, only a Sheriff.
I think fighting back in is always going to be that little bit more difficult. Utility to try and hold them into place, and well, it's not the prettiest of shots. Rians does well, but the spike has been dropped to the deck. Still though, it's now back into a 2v2 scenario. Benji trying to find a little bit of extra space. He's been in top form as of recent games, but this is still not an easy position to get out of.
Covered weapons for Fnatic. They can pack a punch in these fights, but they haven't got the shields to last once shots land in the other direction. Heretics walking out with 2 players. A solid early start for them, though, considering they were 1-0 down.
Yeah, they make that one a little bit costly. That's the problem, is that you look at this from Fnatic's perspective, you go, okay, you did a bit of damage. In the round that you have, it's not too bad, but when you consider how things went, and the economy is obviously, even with those 2 guns only being saved, for Heretics is still building up. You're going to have the Armageddon available as well for Whoop.
That was not easy, but we...
We what?
It wasn't easy.
We what, though?
Got the job done, lads.
Ah, yes.
You learned that one from Benji.
Got cut out a little early there for me, all good.
Oh, there is the Armageddon immediately. Clearly wary of that aggression onto Dish once again. This time though, Kayak on the other side might have actually found a gap around the edge of the cam. I don't think Benji's going to have any idea that he's here! And it's not the prettiest of shots, but Kayak is still standing.
Somehow, yeah, he gets there in the end. Alpha above the smoke onto Miniboo, and now the numbers in Fnatic's favor. The weaponry there, the ult line, and it's the neural theft finding the information. Big swing from Kayak. Shots though just not landing. And a Rolling Thunder in response is going to slow down that main take. Woot still flying under the radar up top. They've not spotted him. Chronicle may well have heard those steps as he swung out wide. And with Boo tagged low, this round can easily fall apart for Heretics. It's a brave stand out in the middle of the open. And he will find one on low HP. That's as solid as you could hope for, but Woot being rooted leaves Rienz alone. The last man standing, players all around, but he isolates it to just Chronicle. The time ticking, and it's already gone. The headshot confirms it. A Red Bull clutch for a 3-1 lead.
I think we've heard it from so many players throughout the league so far that who's the best player? And you look towards like the star duelists, maybe a Kayak, a Miniboo. You talk about players like Whoop, but the answer that crops up the most is Rienz. The safest pair of hands in these sort of clutch scenarios, individually sound and doing it all while playing supporting agents. This was someone where you sort of look at him, look how old he is as a player, and that is experience beyond his years, with just how calm, collected, and easy he made that look.
Top of the other team is Alfiair's former teammate.
भाई ये देखा हुआ नहीं लग रहा है chat लेकिन ये
Friend
match
of old outshines him here at least to start out Fracture. Heretics, 70% of times they play an opponent's map, they steal it away. Alpha fired up inside of main. He finds the opening. He's dancing through the smokes, but eventually he will fall. The weaker weapons that are left in this round still managing to pack quite a punch. Boaster's taken down one. The numbers are somehow in Fnatic's favor. Damage is done too. And now the players are coming back up through main. This south side push from A main. Well, it bought them a bit of space. But that orbital strike takes it right back into Heretics' favor. 2v3.
Yeah, he'd normally want to save that for the post, but they desperately needed that extra space. With Armageddon available, well, not anymore. Benji will win the fight that takes the ult out. Even still, an immediate trade. But this allows Boo back into those post-plant scenarios. We've seen this many a time. Might actually get an early fight. Chronicle has managed to slip the net into the close corner. I don't know if he's going to check it whatsoever. Just a smart play from the breach now on the other side. And what Fnatic will break back, maybe a little earlier than expected, as that low buy succeeded.
Yeah, I think Chronicle might have just heard the very end of the reload as he was walking into main, realized that you're not going to win in that head-to-head battle a lot of the time, but yeah, taking him down from the side, nothing he can do. 3-2. Fnatic, this is a round that they needed early on. We talked about getting off to a good start, and it looked like they were there with the pistol under their belts, but oh man, it's a nasty kill in return. So desperately close here, and it's done. Absolutely perfect. Yet you see, even still, that player goes down to 16.
They're also lost. Like,
what is
going on?
We got to see that POV just in and out of the smoke, but eventually he was caught by Miniboo. Heretics right back on the horse though with a full buy.
Still with a purchase. Overdrive available. Ults firmly in the favor of Fnatic though. This is where they could look to build, but you can tell not wanting to overplay their hand, especially Alpha in this round with a full setup available. Trying to make sure they don't get anything for free.
Camera taken out.
Miniboo, someone we talked about confidence issues in the past, wanting to see him get off to a good start. Of course, up against Kayak, he has been shut down in week 5 when they played each other. It was the Kayak show. Now his opportunity for redemption up against the man himself. Benji Fishy is caught in the corner, finds himself one anyways, and a little bit of extra info. Cage trying to keep himself alive. He is at least able to trade it out, keeping favor in Team Heretics camp, but the spike still needs to be planted. And Crashies is here waiting for that cross. For now, though, it seems like they might be expecting the rotation. Alfiair steps away from the site, leaves Crashies alone, and maybe they don't want this fight. Heretics could get a free plant. In fact, they get a free pick onto Alfiair. I don't think those shots were meant for him.
This leaves Crashies all available, but chance of victory slim. Ultimate probably not wanting to be expended unless he can find a quick pick, and just look how far back this rotation is already going from Wu, knowing that soon he'll have the salvos available. The time that he can buy holds so much more value.
In the end, too strong lag raha hai mere ko.
Crashies is forced to fall back. And I want to touch on something you said in that round, the head-to-head between Kayak and Miniboo, because it's an interesting point, because although Kayak dominated that
if you're good at something, don't do
Miniboo's
it for
still the
free.
top fragger on the server. So that kind of showed how weird of a dynamic.
You have a very good
one
point.
duelist that's winning the battle, but
everybody
else who faced Miniboo was not having a good time.
Yeah, no, he was decimating the rest of the squad.
आज का गेम देखा ना, मेरे को नहीं लगता कोई भी हरा सकता है.
I think Boaster might have landed one shot on him. He seemed invulnerable in a lot of those fights until he came up against Kayak. That's where it was a complete difference, night and day. And you can see Miniboo definitely off to that strong start, the confidence builder, getting aggressive, being the point of contact through those smokes. Of course, there's utility to back him up. Even getting caught by some himself.
I only killed one, but thank you.
Oh, he's getting old, needing those stretches. Well, the early 20s, you know, it's really
now I'm wondering,
time.
how is it that this has different rank, but point in line, how many hours of practice does go before the game? Do you explain? Because I'm curious. There are scrims every day for
this matchup, maybe having to focus a little bit more with how aggressive some of these plays can be. Chronicle, though, ready and waiting.
Before game,
always been one of his best maps over on Fracture.
Uska idea nahi.
for now, at least, they have the opening advantage.
Oh, that timing perfect on the swing. Alpha here took a while to get there. He's a little quicker. Swinging on to Boo, though. Benji Fishy only got one last round. He wasn't happy with that. Steps up for a second, but not quite the third. It's Alpha here to take it across the line.
Alpha Zahir show
Just re-ends up against the rest. They know exactly where he is. He's tripping wires. He's caught by the ult, and now he's in a fight with Kayak. Not one that many get to live to tell the tale of.
cooldown का बता दिया था.
Now just one away, but considering they came into this map winning the pistol round, they would have wanted a stronger start than this. We're going to need to see them streak together. I would say a few rounds. So far, they haven't streaked together too.
The interesting thing so far in this map is I feel like they've been doing in rounds where the purchases are actually a little bit weaker. They're a bit more aggressive. You see Alpha actually actively taking more fights in a lot of these rounds, and that has been the difference maker, because look, 9 and 6 on the board right now. When he's free to be aggressive, it seems like Fnatic take over, and when he's having to play around that util a bit more, it doesn't seem to work.
Well, there's util off rip from Heretics. They're looking for aggressive space take, much to Rien's chagrin. He goes down to the salvos in main. Quick trades back and forth, and it leaves Fnatic with the advantage. Fast rotation from that A side. We've seen this a couple times now, but Boo manages to find one with a classic. He's going to need a little bit more, though, as he's now all alone.
A lot of time to play with, but yeah, the unfortunate truth is it's only the sidearm that sits in hand for now.
He can recover one here.
I think just wary of what ground has been taken, though. You know where the spike is. You're always going to be nervous that any of these angles could have a player sitting on them, and he's seen Boaster. Boaster still only has a stinger, by the way. Started the round with it. I think has got the majority of kills with it. But is waiting for the swing out from Chronicle. If he gets this kill, it could be a completely different story, knowing that his opponent was playing at range with an SMG. And now with Spike in hand, you can see Boaster's just standing in a position where he can hear any steps. If his opponent was to start running, he could make it quickly back to the A site. But they're already starting to doubt if Boo has made that move.
They think that maybe he shift walked all the way to that north side and is now coming down through Dish. Boaster moves into position. He's got the orbital strike to deny. 15 seconds on the clock. Boo knows the ults he's up against. Got to make a move. The plant is a tap, 10 seconds, and the orbital strike comes into play. He had a chance there to rip both heads off, but a difficult fight that Fnatic set him up for. Alphayears all smiles as they've now equalized 4-4.
Around again with a fair few weaknesses. A nice early setup. This is something that I think has been challenged quite regularly by Fnatic, has taken away that arcade control, making sure that teams can't execute through that direction.
This guy is smoking, bro.
Excuse me?
Okay. Chronicle maybe not happy with the disrespect.
Guns gay, ult gay,
sure,
nice, not
it's
nice.
now going to be that tactical timeout taken for Heretics. You said needing to build on that defensive side. Fnatic have done that 3 of the last 4 rounds. This is where not only the purchase comes back in for Heretics, but also you look at those ultimates.
Game volume
already having the overdrive, Rolling Thunder close, Orbital Strike close as well. Armageddon just a couple away. And that's what could be the difference maker, because for Fnatic, there is nothing available.
Yeah, I mean the orbital strike was there, right? But it was taken out of play in that last 1v2. You can see how desperate Fnatic were to get that round on the board, dispensing that, the respect that they're giving to their opponent as well. Orbital strike, all that they had to work with. Now, when we talk about rifle rounds that we're about to see play out in front of our eyes, these teams, Heretics number 1, Fnatic number 2 in the region, separated by just 1%. I mean, they are essentially the same when it comes to taking on opponents with equal weaponry in hand. 7% retake win rate. Okay.
Yeah, the 8th worst, it doesn't sound that bad, but when you realize that includes the majority of teams in other regions, it's not the best. Especially for a team that has always been known for a lot of those utility setups. You'd expect that on a map of their choice, they'd be strong in it. Pace change, though, coming in. Well, Alfia, he's been at the right place at the right time. Dominating that B site. This time swaps to A, and already that's Miniboo gone again.
We already
मैं
mentioned,
दूंगा,
you know,
मैं
early
दूंगा,
on,
टेंशन मत ले.
it was his former teammate Rian's the one
Not,
putting up those
don't worry.
numbers, but
उसने
Alpha
owner को नहीं
very
बोला
much
था.
leading the charge on
मैं
the
दिया.
server in these last couple rounds. And on the scoreboard, as we see more bodies thrown at that site, they'll finally deal with them, but the reinforcements are here. Players covering all the angles from sand and spawn.
almost.
They will
Anti,
take this
anti,
round
anti.
and the lead out of Team Heretics' hands.
Yeah, no,
Canada
Alfie is
Pacific
looking
देखा? नहीं,
incredibly
नहीं
comfortable
देखा.
right now. And as said, you put him in the right place at the right time. He is definitely one of the hardest
No
players
idea,
to
Beast.
play against. I think maybe at kickoff, not quite having the form that would have been desired of someone who, well, we know can play at the very top
शिद्दत
level,
से hater
the
है
very
भाई,
peak of
W
it.
लिखे.
But so far in this map, he
Hater
has been
of
the
the
difference
membership,
maker. And as
yeah,
said,
love
like,
you, yeah.
you're watching Miniboo try and run into these angles, try and get up in his face, but the immediate shots being connected, Fnatic's reads have been sublime.
It's always dangerous when you see
Bhaiya,
Alpha here
please give
start
me
to
tips how to
giggle and
start
have a good time down on that stage.
YT and join
Razor
S12.
plays surely around the corner. Big
How to
stun on the
start
poster. He's going to be caught
YT
again
बहुत
by
simple
Miniboo.
है.
Opening
बहुत
duel
simple
goes
है,
his
battery
way,
डालना
but he's
पड़ेगा.
caught by Chronicle.
Start
Trade
करने
back,
के लिए.
and it's only pistols now. That ultimate was the one thing to bridge the gap. The weapon inside that cage maybe can help them out. And there it is, finally recovered by Benji Fishy. Now they've
और
got a
asset
rifle in their
लाना भी
hands.
बहुत
They've got a
simple है.
potential
Every
plan.
day $1
The
million
spike goes back the other
super
way.
chat.
They think the A
Pulled
side
back.
is going to be an easier solution to this problem of Fnatic's quick rotations, and it has been left mostly open.
Excuse me, Moose Gaming. Excuse me. Hello, याद हूँ मैं कैसे उधर से bye.
Space to be had by Kayak could definitely create some awkwardness with an operator.
Kajak
He needs
miss
to
नहीं
land the
करता.
immediate shot. Benji gets a kill on the other side, but Kayak
Clean
is
बे, मेरे
well
जैसा
aware.
open.
Another for Rians though. And again, both
Benji
teams have had
2v2 पे आ
relative
गया?
success with these lower purchases. With both
But
players now
TH
having
का
guns,
eco भी strong है
the
बे.
Rolling Thunder available. It's going to come down to the timing of what Kayak can get.
This was a crazy cerebral round from Heretics. The fake back to A, late play into B, but now they've got to finish their dinner. Left down to just the operator of Kayak. Damage done to Benji, but that doesn't matter with this weapon in hand. And he's sent flying backwards by the Rolling Thunder. The clock here could prove to be his biggest enemy so far. As he makes his way towards this site, so much stands in his way. Still a stun for Rians and a big weapon in his hands. He's made the realization this round cannot be won by Kayak. It's Team Heretics equalizing at 5-5. And the competitive series that we hoped we'd see here today, well, it's
But please
materializing
give
in
me
front of our eyes.
mechanical keyboard
Especially
to
considering
me.
that obviously
Bhai,
we haven't
please
seen
gift a
much
mechanical
of
keyboard
Heretics
to
on this
me.
map
Don't want
whatsoever,
expensive,
going all
just
the way back to
₹2K
kickoff.
keyboard.
It's a
Done
pay
से
save
निकल
card
भाई,
through
कल आ
another
जाएगा.
one. Like I said, I think both
Tension मत
teams with the low buys have been very effective
ठीक
in
है.
where they choose to go in
कल
these rounds. The
25:30
sort
बजे
of
आ जाएगा.
aggressive start to it, and then having these sort of late round lurks, these aggressive mid rounds.
क्या
And like
crack
the
day में
choices,
ना
the
बे.
risks that are being taken by either side when they have pieces missing.
Aimers
This
तो है
round, at least,
बेटी
that
H
won't be the
वाले.
case. Both teams again coming in with a buy, but I mentioned it. The
भाई
ultimates
इधर
have
भी
been
कर.
really building
मैंने
up
तो बोला ही
for
नहीं
the
कुछ
side of
चलो.
Heretics, and now they come in with a
कैसे
Armageddon
मेकन
orbital
बाय.
strike. If they get a plant,
असली में
it's
क्या होता
over,
50
but it could
गिफ्ट
also be
देता
used
भाई.
just to get them the space in the first place.
हाँ?
Yeah, or one for one, right? One to get in and one to lock it down. For
और
Fnatic.
मेगन भाई
A lot to worry
कैसा
about
गया
in
आज
those
गेम
early
2-0
fights.
जीता कि नहीं?
And they're looking for this deep A main aggression alongside that operator. It's going to lock down control for them late into the round. They still have to be worried about drop down though in that late play. And a much more passive approach to this B site. Again though, that comes off the back of seeing these ultimates, expecting an Armageddon to clear exactly the space that it's going into. No one needs to move on Fnatic.
Favorite
They were
Valo
already set
esports
up
player?
for this. Those spams
Goodbye.
come desperately close to taking someone down. But in the end, Fnatic survived behind those smokes.
Language
In fact,
got
Boaster
goodbye, language.
gets in front of them, hoping that Boo will make a mistake. Denying this plant, though, seems
मर गया.
Uh-oh.
big a task. Boaster's pushed out.
भाई
Big
टारगेट कर रहे हैं
orbital
मेरे गोट
strike.
को टारगेट कर रहे हैं
You
लोग.
think they're not going to hold the same place twice, but are clearly realizing that that ground had been retaken. They will now get themselves a pick off that
तेरा
orbital
प्रॉब्लम
strike.
क्या है भाई बता तो आ रहे
Finally,
हो?
that plant will come in.
मैं देखा नहीं
Retreat
मैच
should be
बड़ी.
impossible, but actually, Boo manages to get away. There are a lot of tag players, though. Benji Fishy looking to hold on to the cross. Rian's already eliminated by Alpha, putting things back into that 4v4
Deta,
scenario,
Deta.
and now looking to try and clear things together. They need to get this close
Mill
position
गया
out, though.
corpse
And Miniboo's just looking to try and survive in the corner, just dancing with death, but he survives
Time ही नहीं है,
all the way
किधर जा
back
रहे हैं लोग?
around. And while trying to clear him,
कहाँ से मारेंगे
has
और
been slowly
retake
taken
करेंगे
away.
भाई?
Chronicle with another. The trades coming back and forth, but still the
Time
attack
is ja.
has the time on their side, and with the salvos buying an extra few seconds at a peak, able to come from either side. But Kayak manages to land both shots and defend Chronicle on the defuse.
Well, we came in singing his praises, Tom, and I think you see exactly why.
बोलना fix
Oh
करूँगा.
man, that was unbelievable.
Korea
One of the
जाना
main
है?
things I'm worried
हाँ,
about going
करूँ
back
Korea
into that
जाके.
retake is the fact that Boaster was the one to fall. You lose your smokes. It was a great orbital strike by Boo. A little bit of desperation as well because he had the spike. He couldn't just go swinging through that smoke. So he uses that to buy time
अच्छा
to
खेला ना?
force a fight. And eliminating their smoker. I mean, imagine, they smoke main. They can defuse underneath their
That
nose.
second shot.
Instead, one man has to hold while the other defuses. Time was desperately close.
अच्छा
Even
खेला
one
ना
missed
सर?
shot there and the round goes the other way. But Kayak saves the day, keeps the lead in
W.
Fnatic's favor.
Kajak by OP.
And they can close
Kajak
this
by
out
OP.
7-5. They won the pistol. They looked like they were off to a good start, but disruption early on from Heretics has slowed down. And now it could be Fnatic's time to shine. Big pick for Kayak
बेचारा
early. At
Benji.
dish control working wonders. And the
भड़क गया बे
response
Boaster,
on the
भड़क
other
गया.
side is to try to push Boaster. Try and fail.
Oh, already. Ultimate thrown in, both players hit. Woot just trying to survive at the back of the site, and they know exactly where he is, clinging desperately to life. There should be no way out of this round for the side of Heretics, with
Boaster
Boaster
बढ़ गया
adding his
था.
third to the death toll, and eventually
W.
we will see
अभी trying
that
to
half
fix
going
with
in the
peace or
direction of
straight
Fnatic.
violence
7-5,
kidnap.
they'll keep the lead.
म्यूकिन भाई मेरे को एक बात बताओ. अभी जी एकेडमी खेल रही है स्प्लिट बराबर है. अभी फॉर एग्जांपल जी एकेडमी जीत जाती है स्प्लिट, ठीक है. उसके बाद एसेंशन जीत जाती है, ठीक है. उसके बाद 2 स्लॉट जी को, मतलब 10v5, फिर चैम्प्स. दैट्स अ डब्ल्यू आइडिया. दैट्स अ डब्ल्यू आइडिया राइट देयर. हाँ, दैट्स अ डब्ल्यू आइडिया. जी एकेडमी एसेंशियल जा नहीं सकते. मैंने जान पूछ कर ये बात बोला ताकि मालूम पड़े कि हेटर्स कौन कौन है चैट में. हाँ, देख रहे हो ना म्यूकिन भाई, वीएलटी कोच को देख रहे हो ना. मैंने जान पूछ कर, ये बात मेरे को भी पता है, जान पूछ कर मैंने ये बात बोला देखने को. चैट में ही वीएलटी वर्सेस जी हो रहा है भिड़ो, देख रहे हो ना. डब्ल्यू बेबी डब्ल्यू. ये एक्सपोज का 50 गिफ्टेड हो जाता तो नाम चेंज कर दूंगा. बिंक्स 69 द बेस्ट न्यू टीम न्यू नेम. प्लीज बंद करो. अरे नहीं रे बाबा. हाउ अबाउट एवरी विन का 200 गिफ्टेड. हाउ अबाउट दैट एंड वी हैव अ डील. Every win 200 gifted and we have a deal. हाँ, ह्यूमन को भी सपोर्ट नहीं करेगा और बैन को भी बैन नहीं पड़ेगा. क्या बोलते हो? एवरी विन ह्यूमन और बैन को मैं सपोर्ट नहीं करूंगा, 2 नए प्लेयर्स को. बाकी 3 को कर सकता, ठीक है. कौन मैसेज कर रहा है? बदतमीज अंकी ही थी. कैसा है? डब्ल्यू आइडिया है भाई. वो तो 30 के आयनर है. वो दफा 9+9 30 होने लगी बेंच.
We'll see how
ओ हाँ बे,
Heretics now
200
playing
gifted
their
बोला
full
मैंने.
composition against them. Of course, they've got a very
Dub.
competent cipher
बात
of
तो है,
their
बात
own,
तो
and you
है,
already
बात तो
see
है.
the
30 के आयनर.
setups being put into place to
इतना तो
force
कर
back
सकते हो.
that A main control.
As the
It
sixth
is,
player
though, a
of
plan
G.
from Fnatic early, sending Crashies through to break that camera, leaving
Double
Alpha
match.
on north side, and now taking
barabar
advantage
kasha.
of the space as they heard that A main crunch. They heard a lot of
18 plus
utility, they
18.
heard steps, so they know there's space, and Alpha
30
has
se
just
zyada
walked
है
out of heaven, taken down Voot with ease, and the B side
वो
open for
बोलते
the
हैं,
plant. Boaster
Boaster
gets a
भाई
little
किधर
too
भी घूमने
aggressive,
जाते हैं
punished
लेकिन
forward, expecting
औरा है
a gap,
भाई
and
का
there certainly was not one there. But a 4v4 post plant for Fnatic as a result. The camera
4-8
even
match
spotting this
matching.
two-man north side push. A lot of information now for that attacking side
Chat
to
इस
work
बार
with.
ह्यूमन का परफॉर्मेंस देखना क्रेजी मारेगा वो
Claim the ramp. And
ह्यूमन
Alfie
से उसका
already
नाम
picking
अपन
off
क्रेजी
Benji.
मैन
This is
रखेंगे
looking like a second pistol potentially going their way. They're going to have to have one of these fights going their way, and in fact, it's
पिस्तौल
gone
जीतना था ना
completely
TS
wrong
को जीत सकता ना
reinstall.
बेंच से जीतना
Never
था क्या
count him
होता
out. The salvos will buy that extra
नहीं
time.
जीत सकता टाइम नहीं
That's a
है
bigger issue. He was hoping force players in. He's actually clipped it, and now an aftershock as well. The two players you
W.
didn't want to come up against in the post. It's the util
W.
rats. 8-5. Fnatic extend their lead a little bit further.
पिसल
They
जीतना
do
था
have
अब
to win
गया
the
भाई
second round.
अब गया
Yes, exactly right. Look at the
एटर्नी और ट्रॉल
timeline
के
when
लिए
we get
अकाउंट
back
बनाया
in.
वैसे तीन
It was a
अकाउंट से
pistol
मेंबरशिप
round
लिया है
followed by
नेक्स्ट
a
मंथ काज
3
बका
consecutive
लव
round
यू
loss.
यार
Alpha playing such a huge role though in this round. The lurk up through north side, the camera to keep information late, the trap that allowed
सदक भी
Kayak
split
to
two
sit
खेलने
in
वाला है
B
क्या
main and not worry about his back. Unless someone was mad enough to take the
खेल
ropes
सकता है
to cross,
actually.
they could not be coming from behind. And him being able to focus on that fight just puts another gun into the
excited
mix.
for SSL match tomorrow
They had all the information and they
यार,
played
कल
off it
अपना tough
perfectly.
match है
Heretics
यार।
left with pistols, and although they may
he
be a
gets out.
strong squad when
There
it
we
comes to eco rounds,
ना clean
I
है
don't
बे ये
think the
बंदा।
Fnatic are going to make that same mistake twice.
कल
They
जीतना
do still
मुश्किल है हम
have
लोग
the
को
same amount of pistols, but it also
Actually,
means
we're
that they
strong team
can
सामने।
afford a little bit of extra damage. That was close.
ना
Got
मान
low
रहे
worried
बे
there, Tom.
कजक ना मान
Down to just 21, but you can see immediately that rifle has been juggled over into Alfia's hands for the remainder. Again, it comes down to just how much damage can they get. That's at least one for Miniboo, but
राइट टू इस पे काहे बॉडी
more
वॉडी
from
बना रहे हो
this
जो
stage.
फट्टू हो बताओ
I'd be a bit surprised.
मत बनाओ
And
बॉडी
even
वॉडी
then, as long as Crashies is
He's
the one
fresh
going
cow
down or
chupchap.
close enough to retrieve the weapon, it doesn't really matter.
चलो वाइफ टाइम बाय द
We're just now
वे
seeing that it
जोकिंग
was only a
स्टार
ghost
एंजॉय
that's
करो
left on the
वाइफ
floor.
टाइम जोकिंग
The
स्टार
benefit of
ये गया
Kayak
बे
being one of those players that will just juggle
Life
over the
time को
weapon. We've
joking
seen a
बोला
lot of players, 20 HP, still swinging with the rifle, making that mistake, but the discipline on Fnatic, no surprise.
I
to
cannot
see.
take membership
Hello.
and give super
The
chat,
orb a
but I
little
love
more
your
valuable
content
to
and sense
Chronicle.
of
He'll get
humor.
a chance for
Love you
another.
यार, love you.
Potentially now the spike cuts it short. Luckily, Woot didn't go
Chat
swinging.
16 इन लोगों को
That
मेरे
could
को
have
शॉट
ended in
मिलने वाला
disaster.
है
But yeah, Fnatic 9-5 now, converting that second round,
Huh?
unlike in the first half.
Yeah, and this is now where their map starts to get a little bit away from the side of Heretics needing to
कौन
kick
है
this
opponent
defensive
ऐसे
side
का
off.
opponent ऐसे टू
Strong indeed. Now we go into
Only
those
throw
buy
back.
rounds, but that's the difference. Fnatic can now just invest straight back into this one. They didn't buy much up. The credits are still going to be very good, so they come into this round with equal, if not better, than what their opponents currently have on the other side.
सिर्फ आर्मर का
We
डिफरेंस
go
है ये
deep
राउंड
salvos. We've seen this to put the cam in place, but this time there's a drone following it up, stunned
Bhai,
to slow.
crazy,
And a good
bhai.
thing too, because there was about to be a
Crazy.
lot of aggression around that corner. They now get the
क्रेजी
idea. The
काउंटर
relay
स्टन
ball
दिया भाई
fired in from up close. Miniboo
हाँ
was looking to swing that corner, was looking to take that fight, but they've got the idea. There's a few other players
कूद के जा
waiting
सकता
for them there. The Alpha, I don't think he's going to get a chance for a pick here, but even destroying that utility, putting question marks into play for the defense could have its value. That orb farming on Chronicle, we saw him go aggressive with the Marshal, looking for the picks early on. He's not far away from Rolling Thunder, but it won't be there for this round.
Caution here.
Almost the timing on Taboo, but instead they'll be held back.
कैसा है बे
Like it's going to go back in
Miniboo
the other direction, but it will leave them with
limited
limited amounts of time.
सिर्फ कास्ट
40
वाले
seconds
ग्रुप
left
में
on the clock,
डालूंगा
and they've still got an awful lot of ground to
मेरे
clear.
को पता है।
Timing here for Woot is going to be absolutely everything. If he
डालना
gets
डालो,
this
full
pick, it
support.
could be a problem, but Kayak has been an unstoppable force so far in this map, and now just sells a ruse.
Aida
You
knows
see
everything,
aggression
buddy.
going through on that top side of the map, making that realization, okay, they're going to A. Let's start clearing out the other side, and now the smokes fall, and
बेस्ट
they are
बात ये है
nowhere
कि
to be
आपको
seen.
एक
They
नाम
already
मालूम
got
रहेगा
rid of
मेरे
that
को पूरा
camera
ग्रुप
early
का
on
नाम
inside B main, so it's not to be worried about. Rien's dealt with, He was already so desperately low. Boo ahead of the curve, but Chronicle still picks him up. Now just one away from that rolling thunder. And one kick away from putting double digits on the board. Here's rolling thunder online, one way or another. And Miniboo doesn't stand the greatest chance of taking this across the line. I don't know how far away Crashes is from those salvos, but I think they'll be online fairly soon. Even as Miniboo continues to chip away at this task, it's like Atlas, it will never end. Certainly not in his favor. As the players continue to be picked off, salvos come online, time keeps ticking, and it's still not halfway. Beautifully played, no matter how strong Miniboo is in those fights. Fnatic had all they needed to put 10-5 on the scoreboard.
Yeah, you can kind of see why those nerves are coming.
So that's 6 The
amount of sort of time that could just be bought on the clock by Crashies alone, and this is why you might look at him at the bottom of the board right now, 6 and 9 in terms of the kill feed, but just the time he's able to buy, the space he's able to take, it just makes things so awkward for the remaining player. 10 rounds on the board. Of course, for Heretics, the story has been for a while about that second place curse. And you go back to stage 1 and stage 2 of last year. Well, the reason they never won it was because of this squad in front of them. Even if internationally they did better. Kayak, he definitely knows that there's a target to be had, and well, is waiting for Riens to make his move. So aware of these positions, and even under pressure, he's still landing the shots.
Fuck, bro.
Boo is all that's left.
Map में मेरे को 15 smokes, 10 टन, 20 slide दिख रहा है.
This rifle recovered. Miniboo managed to chip
too
away
strong,
the last time, but what stopped
Crazy
him
attack कर
was
रहे
the
ना?
salvos. And guess who's still online, still alive? The salvos aren't there just yet, but we've seen it. They'll be ticking away in the background, and other players throwing themselves at this fight. Who would have to root Crashies out first? He has found him and taken him down. Recovered the weapon in the magazine, finds his third, now it's down! No one! A few shots away from an unbelievable clutch, but Boaster pulls Fnatic across the line, 11-5, 4 rounds in a row. And Team Heretics calling a pause. They know that their chances of closing this map out, of even competing here on Fracture, are fading away round by round.
I love you, yaar.
Incredibly nice try from Boo, switching guns midway through, and well, the last man standing.
Bhai kaise ho bot bhai ekdam sexy meri jaan karte.
Good job, boys. Very nice.
Love you.
11-5 up. A 6-round streak
Kya
for Fnatic on their map choice. Looking at that veto, the potential for a Haven to be picked again. That could have been the choice of Heretics going into the next. They decided to switch things up, go for an Icebox, maybe play the mind games. We'll see if that come back to bite them. And the Fracture choice, not really that much of a surprise. Even though it was close versus Liquid, we saw the resilience, we saw the depth of what this Fnatic squad have on this map. And well, you just look at the scoreboard right now. As said, you can talk about the impact of Crashies without the kill feed, but everybody else is lighting up the kill feed. Boaster now, I think in the last series versus Heretics managed just 15 kills across 2 maps. He's on 13 right now.
अभी ये मैं बोलूंगा फिर बाद में तुम नया कीबोर्ड भी लाओगे मत करो इतना मत आराम से
one hell of a game.
Yeah, Alpha's first half was unbelievable. I think you can't take anything away from him when it comes to that second. Oh, here's a great stat as well, backing that up. In their last match, Kayak won 80% of opening duels against Miniboo. Like, unbelievable to see this guy go head-to-head with a player that many in the world have learned to fear. But he does seem to be his kryptonite. 11 rounds on the board for Fnatic, and something has got to change for Heretics. They've got ultimates, Rolling Thunder, and Orbital Strike coming into this round. And on the attack side, that can be used to great effect to take space and deny in that post plan. Here on the defense, well, you've got to have players left alive, right? And Fnatic have been so good at pushing and pulling this map that Heretics can't feel certain that off one piece of contact, they can throw everything at it. It's a little harder to find the space to use them.
You got the camouflage
thank you.
And on the other side, you've got the aggressive peak coming up, but
chat सारे मिलके एक बार सब्सक्राइब करके देखो 340k हो रहे हैं क्या?
So
1 million के नजदीक है अपन.
On this Teo, someone we know that normally individually sound has not won a lot of these opening fights, but will take Boaster out. The orbital strike gone. And so are the smokes.
मैं देख रहा हूँ नया क्यों अरे मत करो ऐसा.
Deterred them. Salvos force players to the open. The smoke shielding them for now. Alpha Air picked off going up into heaven, and now, well, even Orbital Strike committed. 5 versus 3, 25 seconds on the clock when that ult is taken out. I'm a little surprised. The respect being shown, perhaps for good reason, but they drop Kayak right away. 10 seconds, salvos to deny, and the round is already done. If this spike makes it down, I will be very surprised indeed. And I suppose it does make it down onto the floor, but not planted. Chronicle to save his weapon, and a round back for Heretics.
Yeah, clearly feeling the pressure a little bit. The orbital strike, I think, just
Binks
utilized
भाई
to make
मुझे
sure
भी
the round
कंट्रोलर
is
गिफ्ट कर दो
confirmed.
प्लीज. आएगा आएगा.
I also think with other
29
ultimates
Feb
online
को
and
मिल
coming
जाएगा,
online,
tension
just making sure that the cycle of those ults is going to be further in that favor. But I think the most important thing was just the
Extension
start,
कब से कल से
being able to hold it
सीधे
down,
extension.
denying both of that space. And then just having those quick rotations back in onto the site. It's the combo breaker. The 6-round streak ends before it hits 7.
नहीं.
But there needs to be a whole lot more for
Plant पे भी
Heretics to
combo
make me
करके मार
believe in this map at least.
Whole lot more indeed. Now one player's got a pistol. It is Kayak. You check that ultimate. You look at the value found in the last half.
Who's guy Fnatic?
Certainly far from an easy round. Trap already destroyed. Benji will be under pressure any time now. An ultimate put into play. Kayak on his way straight through. There it is activated. But Miniboo's the first to draw blood. It's Benji under the pressure as predicted. Miniboo to fall as well. Numbers kept even, but the attack side has space. Rolling Thunder keeps the spike in the defender's hands. They've got it dropped in towards main for now, but Alpha Air with a quick double puts this one to bed, smoking off the spike and taking it from under Rian's nose. And now a 1 versus 3. A big play coming in as well. Down below, you can see that Alpha is lurking, making his way around to close this out from behind. Rian's worried about the players in main. Now he's got an idea though. Alpha hits the shot anyways.
Crazy
returning to that first half form. A 3-piece. And that puts again double the rounds of their opponent, just one away from taking their map pick.
He's had so many high impact rounds throughout this matchup so far. Took his teammates to sort of get him into position, but then just swings versus 2.
इसके बाद valorant करेंगे ना.
हाँ,
Fnatic के मैच के बाद
as well. It is one of those things in esports when Alpha is in form. There's not always a lot that you can do. Well, for Heretics, it is a mixed bag buy. You've got an operator alongside ultimate for Miniboo. It feels like they've almost put all their eggs in one basket. He's dead immediately. Alpha again with the opener.
I was saying earlier, you can't take anything away from him. His utility so important here on the attack, but now he's starting to claim a name for himself with the gun in hand. I think just one behind Kayak. In terms of frags, might just have matched up there. Benji down on the ground, and the dominoes all falling in favor of Fnatic. Boo! Even lost on that south side push. There's almost nothing to fall back on here. They've at least dealt with Alpha Air, but let's be honest, there's very little when it comes to weakness here on the Fnatic side. I think Boaster one away from having, in fact, there it is, the same amount of kills as the last time these two met in a series. This is a Fnatic fired up in the upper bracket finals, and now one map to the good.
Really impressive display from them. The attack almost flawless and a stellar defensive side as well. It took them a little while to get going with that second round blip. But well, now we look to see if Heretics are going to turn up for the show. Icebox is coming up next after the break.
अच्छा यही था. अरे मैं क्यों बुरा मानूंगा?
What is
अरे पागल है क्या?
Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me.
No more.
I don't know. You don't care. Give you my love.
Do you know Michael Jackson?
You better run, you better do what you can.
Can you sing something from Michael Jordan?
भाई मेरे जैसा
I'm the best. Swish, swish, swish.
देखो
I'm
बे,
the best.
देखो बे, मेरे जैसा गाता है. भाई मानते हो कि नहीं? है खुदा मिल गया आज आज मैंने आलाप नहीं लिया था सुबह सुबह, इसलिए थोड़ा गला खराब है। आज मैंने आलाप आलाप नहीं लिया था, समझ रहे हो? मेरे जैसे भाई बोस्टर का और मेरा वाइब सेम है बेबी। हाँ, बोस्टर का और मेरा वाइब सेम है। डब्ल्यू सॉन्ग चॉइस, लव यू यार। भाई आजकल मैं वो गाना सुन रहा हूँ, शाम सवेरे तेरी आंखें आती है, शाम सवेरे मुझको यूं तड़पाती है, ओ सनम मोहब्बत की कसम। उसके बाद का पार्ट मेरा फेवरेट है। इसे कहते हैं अनलकी अली, अनलकी अली सॉन्ग। तब अनलकी अली सॉन्ग कहते हैं इसे। हाँ भाई, गोटे सिंगर तो है, क्या बोलते? रुक जा, निकाल रहा, क्या लैंग्वेज है ये? मॉड्स किधर है मेरे पीछ? आपको मुंबई से बाहर फेंका जाता है, एक्सक्यूज मी। भाई सारे लोग हेट दे रहे। ऐसे टाइम पे मेंबर्स ओनली चैट करेगा तो कोई मेंबरशिप लेगा? मेंबरशिप लेके हेट दो ना बासुंडी लोग। रुको मैं चाय लेके आया। यही कप गरम कर रहा हूँ, ठीक है? अंडी मंडी कोई कुछ बोला तो यही कप गरम कर रहा हूँ, यही कप गरम कर रहा हूँ। दूसरा कप अपन वैल्यू के अंदर लेके आएंगे।
I think I have to, right, boys? Do I have to stupefy them?
Start with Rians.
And we need a big stupefy for Rians. Let me charge it up. Stupefy!
Bro, I've been watching their voice comms and Boster doing some
Stupefy! 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 Expecto Patronum!
Wait, he's doing it back to us.
What'd you do?
I need an Expecto Patronum.
He didn't expect to patronum?
God.
There was some magic in the air indeed, but we're now joined by someone who's been through it all. Not only a world champion, but 10 titles in Valorant. What an honor it is for Petra to be here with us today. Welcome.
An honor for me as well.
We've been praying for these days, haven't we?
Yes, I am so happy that we have her here, and I hope that you come back. But I really, really want to know your thoughts, because it's always us speaking about you, but now we also get to pick your brain.
Yeah, tell me, what was your biggest takeaway from that fracture map? What would you say?
Well, there was not a lot of dominating rounds. In the beginning especially, it could go to every team. Near the end it was more dominating for Fnatic, and yeah, on defense they didn't get any round, maybe one.
Yeah, it was just the one. Very, very close start. I honestly thought we were going to get an OT.
Yeah.
I really, really was hoping for that OT. But Kukuka, what happened? How do we? Why was it so one-sided and then not?
I absolutely loved how this map started. We could see Heretics doing a lot of shenanigans, a lot of set rounds with their ultimates right off the bat, and they had a very clear idea of what they wanted to do. Remember, Heretics had not played this map since kickoff, so they still got to get used to the things. We saw the changing compositions, and Fnatic had a very rough start. They win the pistol, they're not able to convert, and as Petra was saying, everything was extremely close, a lot of clutches, but eventually Fnatic found their footing. They found what made them strong, and they secure all their post plants.
Yeah, that one round, as you guys can see at the bottom, actually did end up going to Heretics when the side swapped. Now, they've been very vocal in the past, right? We're not afraid of stealing other people's comms. We can steal it and make it better, but Petra, it's easier said than done.
Yeah, I guess it is.
याद सवेरे मुझको यूं तड़पाती है.
Yeah, they can't. And I love the differences of how Miniboo was used versus how Kayak was used.
Yeah. I think that in Kayak we can see also the mind of Boaster, like when he goes on to A and then gets a kill. The goal is we all go B. We see him play it a lot outside of the pack. On the other side, we saw Miniboo that was going in first and being shut down. Actually, time and time again, this is one of the things that Fnatic spotted that was being a pain point. So they had to use a lot of utility to shut him down, and eventually they got in their head.
I don't think anyone saw him, Petra. He was just getting spammed.
Yeah, it felt very unlucky, but he did got caught in the same positions a lot.
Yeah, is that like a predictable thing, you think, when it comes to Neon players, that you know where to spam?
I mean, if there's a wall, you're spamming it, right? So maybe you need to try to bait a little bit more and change up your pace to not get spammed.
Yeah, and Chronicle was just with the Phantom time and time again. He was like, there's going to be a lot of smokes, a lot of walls, Neon's running,
गोल्ड
so
शॉट
I'm
प्लेयर
going
को
to be spamming with
कुछ
the
दिन में आ रहा हूँ
Phantom.
गोल्ड
And it's
फिर
so
साथ
good
में
to see
टिप्स
Fnatic
देते
in this form, because we know that Fracture has always been a good map for them, and coming into today, deciding to change the veto, love this phase that we see, and then on the side of Heretics,
Do you want to do a sheriff challenge? No.
Week 2 of stage 1.
I want to do a match MVP challenge.
Yeah, we have some agent select, I believe, coming up. So let's take a look at agent select.
That's का Watchparty देख रहा हूँ नहीं रे थोड़ा गेमिंग करना है भाई.
All right. Yeah, I think it's for map 2.
सब लोग मेरे को हल्के में ले रहे हैं.
Let's chat about
yeah, we normally have a little bit more time than this, so
बड़ा दिया volume ले.
सुन. Petra, you are a Sage enjoyer as we take a look at this, and we're going to see a Sage on the side of
Fnatic. Actually में लिया basis.
Oh, that's nice. I don't see enough Sages on this server. I would like to see 2 of them. I think Sage Wall is pretty useful, especially on defense. If you keep it in your pocket for a little bit, the retake is pretty easy.
Is there a comp you prefer? Out of these 2?
Well, I'm a Sova fan as well.
Oh, of course you
How
would
many
say.
people love Binks very less?
I mean, yeah.
कोई stream को share नहीं
very good,
करता.
and Tejo on
कोई
this
like
map is
नहीं
also
करता.
unmissable.
एक टाइम पे 10k
Yeah,
होते
I'm
थे.
surprised that Heretics decided not to
Caught
go
in
for
2K
the
हो
tech
रहा
and swap things a little bit out.
Bro
But
has
I
follow
think
now.
that it's still going to be very, very
Members
effective.
भी
3
देखो.
out of the 4 teams that we have in
New
playoffs
members
have
0.
decided to run this Gecko on iSpots.
Cat
Fnatic
revenue
doubles down
0.
also with Kayak on the stage. We were speaking about it and how impressive it was last time that we saw them play the map when he was on
Volume
the
low
stage.
कर.
From the defense,
Decide कर लो
mainly on
भाई,
Fracture,
hello.
he was not spectacular with the operator. I really hope that that changes for this first half. And on the other side, I hope.
ए ये क्या है बे? Add stream marker. क्या है ये? मैंने ऐड किया. Stream marker added. Makers appear in the video editor. ये क्या है बीच? मैंने कुछ तो ऐड किया. Create highlight video. हाँ? मैं सीधा यहाँ से हाईलाइट बना के डाल सकता हूँ. अरे बच्चा करें कितने सेकंड का? 3 मिनट का मैं डायरेक्ट वो कर सकता हूँ. नहीं 4 मिनट का. नहीं कितना भी बना सकता हूँ हाईलाइट. ओ भाई विशाल भाई 8K जीपे और 3K सुपर चैट पेंडिंग है. हाउ अबाउट सम गिफ्टेड मेंबर्स?
You go, okay, you get 1 or 2 other players stepping up alongside him.
कैसे
and this
विशाल
could be a very
भाई?
different story.
Every
Then you
kid
add
in
in
practice
momentum.
mode set to
Let's see how this
hard
goes.
with Sheriff.
Yeah, the Battle Sage, it really
100
was a
rupees.
treat to watch last time. We'll see if it's going to be the same again
That's a
here.
good
Team
challenge.
Heretics on the attack
Practice में कर
to
सकते
start us off. But it's
इसके
Fnatic
बाद
who are taking some space, some ground. The two being pushed, but Heretics are ready. Benji, Fishy, watching that alongside
हजार तो
Boo,
मिलेगा.
and they'll find the opening pick as a
10
result.
तो मार
They
दूंगा.
even suspect that he wasn't alone, but Crashies bides his time. Unfortunately,
ऐसे मारूंगा, ऐसे मारूंगा.
isolated. He's still alive. One shot left. And he'll be executed from behind. Does well, though, to find his one
कैसे
there.
ऋतिक
Still a
भाई?
disadvantage for Fnatic.
Alfia playing yellow and only getting 1 kill. Can't believe it. Thought he'd have at least 2. Boaster under serious pressure. Wingman can get the plant in, and well, that gives the space for the others to push. They've spotted
Oh,
Crashy's flank, and both players on Fnatic completely isolated. Both pistols went their way in the last map. It got them that extra little bonus of a start.
Oh,
well,
shit.
maybe this one still has some legs in it. 2 quick kills.
Where has this hope come from? Oh, the stun perfect, though. Chronicle going to be caught out.
ये
Rianne's
stun
the
हो
one to
गया?
take him down, and now Crashy's all alone. And they're lined up, the high-low setup. Almost isolates one. The shot's not quite landing. 4, 3, 2 bullets left, and he's out. The reload they'll swing on, but that's a mistake. Unfortunately, time is too far gone at this point. Woot pulls it
Membership
across the
lo
line
only
with
6
1
काश
to
2 से
0.
love
It's the
viewer
first
तेरी पे
pistol
ताला को
of
ढूंढ
the
रहे
series for Heretics, but not the first
मंडे को
time
कर
they've
दूंगा
gotten
डोंट
off to a
हैव
good
बैक
start.
कोई सीन है कोई सीन है
Yeah,
डन
I'm
सीन है
actually quite excited to see Woot playing this Gecko as well. I think it's worth noting that obviously a lot of the duelist players have kind of just gone, I'm going to play Teo because I can just place util
भाई
down.
उस टन
And I don't
कैसे
know, at
हुआ
times I feel like it doesn't work
Good
for him.
job,
Whereas I
guys.
look at a Gecko, okay, sure, you have to plant, but you have a
Love
little
you,
bit to
Matrix
do
by
it for
shout out to
you.
him
Sure,
and
you have
thank
to
you
flank, but you
today.
can flash for yourself. Like, there's a lot of very aggressive things that you can do with a Gecko. That's why I can think of a duelist main or two who just swapped to that and started playing it on his streams.
A second ago, I said that it was
He's
a
getting
great
close to
stun.
his ulti.
I think that was Chronicle's own wingman
Yeah,
from
man,
down
ball.
below that stunned him. Because in the kill feed, there was no assist for Rianne's, and correct me if I'm
Veto.
wrong, but his utility belt doesn't
नहीं
do
पहले
any
वो
stunning,
वो
so
बताओ
that's a
ठीक है
little bit
सुपर चैट के लिए
unfortunate. It might
और
even be
हारा
through
तो
the
क्या
floor
हारा तो
as
क्या हारा
well.
तो कुछ
I'm
नहीं
not sure I've seen that before with that kind of height
हारा तो
to
कुछ
it,
नहीं
but Wingman, a very effective buddy, I suppose, although
फिर कर सकते हैं
this time not for Chronicle.
Maybe Wingman just too strong. Maybe that's the
Wanted to help out Woot.
Hey,
He got confused.
everyone wants to help out Woot.
हेलो बंग्स भाई हेलो
Benji. You look back to his previous performance versus BBL, a 14-12 overtime, 26-16. He has been in
डांस
form,
डांस नहीं करने वाला मैं ना
especially in recent times.
ये मेंशन
With the
पूरा
space he's
हो रहा है
taken, the
बाय द
team
वे
are
हाउस
actually gonna
सब
rotate
बढ़िया
in to execute alongside, of course.
डर तो है बट नो डांस
Okay.
ठीक है डन से
Yeah, just
ये
spam
मैप
out, that's fine.
पीएच
Both that wrecked, not going to be able
PH
to
का
do
map है,
anything with his
easy
extra
win for
util to
TH.
delay, and the rest of the team, Mitch, they're not particularly close.
No, they're not. Miles away, in fact. The weaponry certainly not
Plus मेरे को
favored
Sage
for them.
नहीं
Post
पसंद
plan
यार।
for Heretics set up
ये मैप में
well.
अच्छे से लेकिन नहीं पसंद मैं
They're watching for a lurk. I think
away.
they're both watching to
Double
see
controller.
if Benjamin Fish was
बहुत
going to be
BT
coming in
देता
from
है Sage।
behind.
I mean, it wouldn't be a bad way to pick up even just that ghost, the advantage. Start to then box them in the post plan.
आज 5 मिनट कर लो
But
प्लीज प्लीज
Heretics
प्लीज
not quite so brazen
ऑब्वियसली
in this one.
नहीं
It's
करूंगा
5 players, tucked passive, late play from Rianne's to wrap around, see if he can pick up. Because you're getting the sense here they're going to go down to the spike, right? He wants to get ahead of that, find a couple of orbs for himself. Mini successfully lands an orb at
That's
least.
the rifle.
Indeed, the rifle, although it won't be recovered by the other
W?
side, it certainly won't be recovered by Heretics.
I think that was the only phantom that they
If
had.
it
so
all
that kill was
30
actually
hard mode
quite
में all
costly.
30 कैसे hit
A
करूंगा
little
मैं
bit irritating
गन
to
में नहीं
lose
hit
that
कर
and
सकता
for
मैं
Minibu to be the last man left behind. But
Oh, here it is. Thank you very much, EVS. Yes, it was.
मैं
His own
बोल
wingman
रहा हूँ
got
भाई
him.
खुद को
That's
कैसे स्टन
criminal.
किया
That's criminal. Look how far away it is. Outrageous.
why is there no self-assist?
मैं बोला था तब भी
Betrayed.
बोला था मैंने
I'd love it.
कैसे
Someone
किया
needs
खुद
to
को
edit
stun?
that where the wingman's eyes just goes red. Evil wingman has
That is
entered the server.
outrageous.
हार्बर और
Heretics with
सेज
a little
yes
help from a little friend. For now, though, their buy definitely has a piece or
Yep.
two missing. They're going to have dropped another
I
gun over
would
to Minibu.
always prefer double
Not having the best
controller
of
over
times on the
double
previous
sentinel.
map, but if this season is anything to go by, he's going to have a response. A 2-0 start. And while for Fnatic, this is sort of a must-win round. Otherwise, we could see Heretics just run away with it.
ये लोग बी फेक करके ए जाने वाले हैं क्या कि डबल फेक करके बी
Seen
जाने वाले हैं?
Heretics do more with less, even just in the previous round, or previous map, I should say.
Drone is down.
दो बंदे दिखे हैं.
Rifles in hand. Already sensed that presence towards the A site. The drone gone through and met some opposition, met some resistance, but Heretics, I think, are playing this as a fake. Drone and flash go up. Players spotted, noise still being made, but now the rotation back around to the B site, and indeed, because of the space taken, front yellow watched by Benji, back by Boo. It's not been abandoned completely.
30 seconds left.
There's a jiggle peek coming in through mid, and I think that with no execution of that utility, that fake was not the greatest. So no one's really fallen for that, but there isn't much in terms of denial. They've already used some of that extra utility, and instead it's a slightly different plant. But Wingman's been dropped. 12 seconds. Now that attack side has to get moving. They need to move forward and get somebody to try and plant that spike, and the fights are not going their way. Still yet to find a plant, and within the last second they're going to attempt it, but there are players peeking in. The plant will go down, but Kayak is quick to make sure nothing comes of it.
It comes damn close to being a successful round. Kayak's healing himself back up there, but he was tagged pretty low. So was Boaster. And even those 1 or 2 extra picks coming across the line, they bring big value to Team Heretics in a round like that. So they definitely, considering the A site fake really did work out. I mean, you still get close with Util. You still had Viper there as well.
They threw a Dizzy in, everyone rotate.
And a drone! Oh no! Not even a fast lane committed.
10 seconds later, no one here. No, he's still here, guys. Come on.
Might be. They're freezing. But yeah, it was a good read, I think, as well, from that defensive side to not over-rotate, to stay in position. They get the reward, and they don't lose too many players.
They rotated the other way. They were like,
yeah, that's
fallen so much that we're actually just going to go B now, lads. It's also just the util denial. They had so much available to just make sure there was no safe place to plant. That is the value of those salvos, especially, but nano swarms, snakebite as well. It is a lot that can deny. That's something that Heretics are going to have to be very wary about. Even having the wingman doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to get that plant for free. And without having that trusty Sage wall, it can become tough.
Obviously a pretty intense read on this peak coming through middle. You can see that it's a high-low setup late into the round. They put pressure on B. They show tail so that hopefully somebody goes for that mid-aggression. In the end, it doesn't really come through. You could consider what we just saw from Chronicle there, kind of.
But look at where they pushed to, though. Like, Benji just got killed from a guy all the way up, deep in towards that A side of the map. But luckily, there's been a response. Again, the goal on this side has always been to delay, but Minibu has decided, you know what, I'm not going to give them that opportunity. I'm going to try and get up in their face. Plant will go down. Armageddon a little bit further up behind, was hoping to force them forward, but with the space already taken by Minibu, they weren't too wary about it. Still looking to hold on to that backline. Kayak is the snake in the grass, the second layer to this rotation, and it seems like at this stage, the attack are completely unaware that there is another player coming in from behind.
They have no idea. And now even less so, looking for that retake, looking for the fight. Alpha, 8 HP. All hope may rest on Kayak's head, but manages to find one. Alpha buys that little bit of space. The wall not quite lasting as long as it needed to. Woot getting involved early on. In a third round now for Team Heretics. Early half, again, looking favored towards that attacking side.
The thing is, I really like the sort of isolation of Benji. I think they've realized how tough it is for him to just sort of hold on to that much of the map, and having a player push mid and then aggressively on A. It came down to the finest of margins. And really solid work from Woot to actually bring that round home, because I feel like if you look at how it was actually played, I'd probably have favored Fnatic there.
Color matches, yes sir.
Kayak's flank could have had so much more value, but a few early peaks by Heretics get them across the line. Pistols for Fnatic, a light buy across the board. It's Alpha Air. Marshall had the biggest investment. The Stinger, I suppose, for that defense. It's managed to draw blood early, still so much to worry about, and in particular, the Outlaw in Minibu's hands, a double barrel operator in effect, with nobody having heavy shields. Everyone is squishy. Everyone's a free kill, but he's got to land his shot. And now he's down to just 50.
Healing.
Yeah, will get some of his health back, live to fight another day, and Miniboo's being left behind. It's mainly, again, because this secondary lurk, this additional player of Boo, has taken a lot of space over on that A site. The problem, though, is that they are losing members.
Matter करता है
5 versus 3.
ना?
Drone from Crash, he's just waiting, knowing that there was a guy on the other side, and now I'm going to just try and slow them down as the full force of Fnatic looks to rotate into this side of the map.
This could be a strong start to the attacking side, but they're being chipped away at by Fnatic early on. A chance remaining for the defensive side, an early flank yet again. Guess who it is? Kayak wrapping up behind, hasn't been spotted. And there's presence being shown by Fnatic, but they haven't committed just yet. Those weaker weapons, hesitant to take the fight. Will Heretics worry about their back in time? No, they won't. Kayak strikes, picks off the first. They're managing to hold the line against the onslaught from Spawn. Kayak, the man with the rifle, buys time, grabs their attention, and Crashies takes them both out with plenty of time for the defuse, and the orb given towards that Armageddon. Fnatic are back on the board with a pay safe card Thrifty.
Again, it comes off a little bit of individual brilliance to start, but then just being able to isolate those flanks. That's happened multiple times where, well, firstly, that shot's just absurd. But the second they realize that Benji is gone, they go, okay, well, we can now flank. We can get in behind them without too many issues, and I do feel like that's happened a few times now, where Heretics are just a little bit too unaware that, okay, we've lost our Sentinel. We need to be aware of it.
Excuse me?
100% with you there, Tom. I think that is the biggest downfall of that attack side in those 2 rounds we saw. The one that came close and this one here that fell, that crumbled. Kayak's being allowed to wrap behind them.
मैं बाहर जा रहा आपको एडवांस शेरिफ चैलेंज का पेमेंट आई
It's
होप
also
यू
being
हिट
targeted. I think that needs to be said, because it's not just like, oh, Benji's having a bad game. Like, he's getting they're actively looking for Benji so that they can have those flanks. So it's great work from Fnatic and something that
ठीक है बट लास्ट वाला तरीक है
A push that managed to find him earlier, and then just a mid hold. This time the push from A is in Heretics' favor. They're running it down towards Kayak. No flank this time. He's dealt with after one. And Heretics finding these close range 1v1s, XV1s in fact. They managed to recover themselves some rifles. And look at the space on B.
Yeah, this has been another thing to talk about, is that the amount of space they've been able to get on B at times has been intentional, and there's been just util thrown in to delay. But this round was just a single rifle for the side of Heretics. And Mini done incredibly well. Like him and Benji both finding a pick, both getting rifles for Benji and Woot, and then the space that's been taken on the other side. Because it looks like an eco-direct hit into A, they now get the post-plant that's been eluding them. And Fnatic now have to try and clear everything else that remains.
Man, Boo's been so patient. He waited in this corner with a classic, hoping that there was someone close enough by that he could punish. And in the end, he's forced back by this lockdown. Won't have his reward, won't be able to get back into position either. The snake bite, though, lands in time to delay. Buying that little bit more time. Oh, it's actually a little gap in it. They'll walk right past it, so a little bit more space taken. Boaster closer than expected already, wrapping around on yellow. Those recovered rifles now in with a chance. Alpha baits them into the open, takes down the double. Boaster with another, and the round falls into Fnatic's hand just about. The wingman working hard to defuse that spike as they now equalize it in Fnatic's form, 3-3.
Yeah, really nice retake. That didn't look like it was going to go in their favor, but Miniboo low and then being able to trade out Woot without too many issues. It's a round where they fight from a 2-man deficit to get back into position. And probably the more worrying thing for the side of Heretics there.
This is Benji in my pocket. Fish.
But yeah, I was going to say the more worrying thing is the fact that 2 ultimates went through their Heretics. So you start off the round, you're not going to put 2. And rightly so when it got close, they go, okay, we'll use the thrash.
भाई सच्ची मैं बता रहा हूँ रोल में टेंशन इसलिए क्योंकि 1 लाख पेंडिंग है 1 लाख इसलिए टेंशन है रोल भाई लेकिन आपने मेरे भरोसा वो ले लिया 1 लाख यूरोस हो जाए 1 लाख यूरोस
And you saw it there on the stage.
Raul
He
bhai,
mentioned it
thank
the first
you
map as
for
well.
the
When he's getting confident, when he's
50
smiling,
dinars,
when he's
meri
cracking
jaan
jokes,
ke
that's when he's most
tote.
dangerous. Had a phenomenal map going into the previous. And
When
now,
he's angry, he's also very dangerous, though.
Absolutely.
You have to
Love
say, like,
you,
I think it's
love
only
you.
if you ever see him sad, that's when you're like, oh, he's gonna have a bad game. But I don't know if I ever
ये
have.
वाला डर सुन के तेरे ears में
But yeah,
से
you've seen him
खून का
now.
ocean बह जाएगा
said
क्या है
Benji's in his
डर
pocket. He's had those early picks. It's allowed Kayak to wrap up behind in the important rounds and the big ones. As you've seen here, two big teams when it comes to getting those early advantages. Something that Alpha Year has contributed heavily to so far in these.
ऐसा कौन मांगता है बिंग्स भाई ऐसे किसने लिखा देखो रुचिर ने हाँ रुचिर भाई मेरे 100 रुपए अभी तक दिए नहीं है तूने
Be an anomaly for teams that have made it
बकचोदी नहीं रुकती
to
ना जिंदगी
international
में कभी
events, and we
यही
are
लाइफ है
hoping we'll compete at them. Here comes the TikTok plays from Kayak. A cheeky wall put into position, and you're not going to expect it. That mini who gone already. And there's not really anything he can do about that. You'd have to pre-fire every single angle on the map to find that kill.
Yeah, I think that boost has been around almost as long as
तानी वो
TikTok.
मेरा पहचान का
Kayak
बंदा है
happy
रे
to take
गाड़
it
में
out
आती का लर्न
here. You haven't seen it for a long time though, right? Just with the lack of Sage being put into play. Sure, we'll get the one around mid a little bit later on. For now, that one was more than enough to find the early advantage. Hunter's Fury
Oi,
thrown
oi,
through.
oi.
Chronicles desperately low,
Oi,
but he
oi, oi.
dodges both blasts that come his way. The op, although it's looking for the pick, it won't find Wingman. The plant in play.
This is clear.
Crash. Oh, it's got a lot of space and forcing the fights as they're out in the
Clean.
open and put in the dirt.
Clean
4
round.
rounds now for Fnatic and a
मेरा भी
flawless
बाकी
round
रुचिर
that
भाई
they get it done
excuse
on.
me
That's got to be brutal. Like you
भाई
the opponents
ऐसा
take
clean
a
round
tactical pause,
थोड़ा ज़्यादा हो
you
गया
come
ये
in where you have an ult or
जीत
two
गया
of your
Fnatic
own
मेरे
to
हिसाब
play
से
with. You try and get back into the game with the coaches, and then an in-zone
Aura-
flawless comes
aura
through
feel कर
seconds
रहा है
later.
Fnatic. Aura.
That's got to be a bit more of a backbreaker on the other side of
डिफेंसिव
things.
मैप है ये
Because
डिफेंसिव मैप है
obviously, it didn't start the way they wanted to, but
सेक्सी खेलता ना
you look at
कजक
players like
ए
Kayak
अंदर
just
से डू
thriving. Like, we talked about this when it first came in. Like the Sage has always had its value in terms of that sort of like, okay, you could utilize the wall, you can have the slows to combine with other utility. But the AWPing Sage is not something I don't think we've seen that much of, unless it's just like, hey guys, we don't want CNED just to play Jet every map, so we'll have CNED on Jet for once. It's like...
Yeah, the CNED Sage is basically still a Jet.
भाई
like,
अगर
I
वो
tried to
शॉटगन
dash
लगता
in
तो
there. It didn't work. I accidentally pulled out my heel.
Well, Crashies has also got his claws out, and Boaster's feeling jealous of his duo on the other side, picking off Benji. He's now in Boaster's pocket. This is a round where Heretics don't have a lot to play with. The Viper's Pit, well, it will allow them to get close with the pistols, but their HP decaying down. Not too
Crashies could
favorable
kill
of a
them
fight.
all. He gets the salvos back online. There's going to be a lot of low HP players. They have ults to play with if this even gets close. They have a res. Like, it's looking like a brutal scenario. I think you can see the defense maybe starting to question if they've gone back in the other direction, but Mini Boot immediately falling. They do manage to get the plant down. There's not really been any other positive to this round
दो
so
बंदे
far.
फ्लैंक
Yeah,
भी आ रहे
textbook
भाई
attempt by Mini Boo to go running up onto rafters to take that Viper out of the pit. You know it's the spot they're likely to be in, but it's a different
Ball
story
गिरा के
altogether
मारा
trying to
उधर।
take that pick. Rienz, well, he was in a good
गिराया
position
ball।
outside of the pit. Unfortunately, the wingman caught him.
भाई
Got onto his
क्लीन चल रहा है
tricks
भाई
early
विल यू
on,
वॉच
and
पार्टी ऐसे
back
ना
to
यस
back
सर
in-zone flawlesses for Fnatic. Now, Heretics didn't invest a lot here, but what this does to the defender's economy is it
भाई
bolsters
combo
it
अच्छा
down.
था
It
भाई
gives them a
अगर वो
lot of
शॉटगन
cash in
लगता
the
था ना
bank to fall back on. And with a
Crazy खेल रहा है
5-3
Fnatic,
lead, with
क्या
a
हो गया?
lot, I would what 5 out of the last 6 rounds going in their favor. This is now becoming an uphill battle for Heretics in a map that they absolutely must win.
You versus me
Few teams
बुलंद
that I
भाई
think about when I think of
आपको
playoffs.
कैसा लग रहा है आप खुद से बात कर रहे हो
Maybe
मेरा
throw a
माइक
crew in
आपके
the
मुंह
mix,
में
LCQ form, put them down because their group
They,
play.
they don't know what to do, bro.
पानी
They
डालती
actually don't know what to do.
पहले
Their
नहीं
group
होता
play
था
is normally a
ऐसा
little bit different, but Fnatic definitely have
कितने
that.
बजे ऐसे
It's
मैच
like you see
शाम
them
को
play in the group stage.
5:30 बजे के आसपास
The
है।
series wasn't particularly close, went in the favor of Heretics, 13-5, 13-10. And right now, after a 13-6 victory, in the other direction. They are being pressured. Minibu desperately searching for space to hide in, and while he might have found some space, but his teammate in Rians did not.
He's been picked off early this round of all. You know, if this happened in the last, you'd
Already
shake it off.
4v5.
It's whatever. Benji going down in
He's
that early
second
fight.
में.
Who cares? You got pistols. At least you get the ground as they fall
Stream
back
करने
after
वाले,
the
हाँ.
engagement. This time, though, an ult for an opening pick. And Heretics left without Rians, left without that drone, that recon that could be used to clear out this position. The op in play for Kayak, lined up, waiting for an opportunity. And with 50 seconds on the clock, they're going to have to give that opportunity soon. The flash ready for Woot. Maybe that will push him back. If it doesn't, they may be in a 5v3 very soon.
And time also becomes an issue. 2 slows and the wall available. They're walking straight into that crosshair. The Minibu is going to find the trade. At least it's not another flawless. We're not getting the 3 of Inso flawlesses, but that's a bit of a silver lining. Benji's done well. Chronicle down.
2v3
Still the
winnable
salvage
है
coming
TH
into
के
play.
लिए.
Crashy's got to be the most irritating Teo to play against with the timing. Woot has found some space. Unexpected. Not known.
God, Alpha
Quick on the
Jail.
trade. In fact,
तो
he'll
fuck
find
दो
both.
मारे.
It looked close for a second or two, but with the
6-3.
form that Alfia is in,
वो लोग को buy करना
it's not
पड़ेगा ना,
looking
है
like close
पैसा
for long.
शायद.
No, and as well, like I said,
Watchparty के बाद Valor खेलूंगा, yes.
In some of these previous rounds, momentum well and
ऐसे
truly in
मारूंगा मैं,
Fnatic's
ऐसे.
favor now, 6-3 after a 3-1 start. It's feeling like deja vu, going back
This is
to
nasty.
Fracture. Rien stepping back just a little too far. The snake bite forcing him to be a little more cautious, but a mistake made and quick
Hey,
reactions by
Boaster
Boaster to trade out Kayak after that opening pick. Indeed, a second pause coming into round 10. Heretics are fully panicking. They're in spiral
अल्फा जैसे
mode.
में जा रहे भाई मस्त खेलता है भाई मस्त खेलता है.
Boo currently 0-8. I wonder if that is just a product of
Who do you
things going
think
wrong.
is
Like having to
Alpha
try
the
and
most
call,
difficult
micromanage,
to
pick up
1v1?
different things.
मेरे अलावा मेरे हिसाब
This is
से
what happens
मेरे
when
अलावा
You show
Derek.
Fnatic a trophy,
Fnatic
maybe
versus
one that
Fnatic का वाह.
doesn't look like a bucket.
अनिरुद्धा भाई love you
They
यार.
decide that it's
Love
worth
you
fighting
यार.
for. 'Cause
Love you यार अनिरुद्धा भाई. I think you are the 6th cast दोस्त member मेरी जान. We are still looking for 7th. Please WhatsApp group में आ जाओ. Love you यार. Hashtag OP. Hashtag OP in the chat.
many
Love
numbers
you.
he's going to put up individually. But I think if you're talking pure utility, like who's the most annoying
8-bit versus ARGM by एक शर्त पे. Please मेरे को तेरा एक बार एज बता दे. बुलन भाई एक बार प्लीज एक बार तेरा एज बता दे मेरे को.
with everything else that's going on? You've got Kayak and Alfia who are just popping heads.
Yeah. Oh, Benji's got the longest name in VCTM. Yeah, I think Serial's old name would have beaten that, but we'll leave that there. 6-3 for the Fnatic side.
Anuruddha
It's
bhai,
been
thank you
wonderful
for
to see them
that
on this kind of
10
form. Playoff
gifted
form
मेरी
at the
जान
upper
के
bracket.
टोटे.
Final right
W.
now in the grand final, seemingly locked in. Big changes needed,
That
but
this
Heretics
is
call
मिला,
pause to
please
seek
tag करके
out those
thanks बोलो.
answers. Another opening duel for Fnatic. This time, punished quickly and
Yeah.
cleanly.
चलेगा
That's the most
4v4.
important thing. Just making sure that he's not going to get away with too much. Clearly feeling like those light shields are in play for Heretics. Kayak has got the right read with that Outlaw in hand. And just look how much space they've got already. Now this time at least Benji is alive. So the
Love
turret
you.
should
मैंने भी
give them that
membership लिए मेरे को
contact.
शॉट दो. हैं?
But they've
मेरे को
already
नहीं दिख
spotted
रहा
it. With how much space they've already managed to get, you can see that the Fnatic players are just waiting. They don't want to give the game away just yet.
आशीष भाई हाथी पसंद है.
Gonna let them fully commit their hand so they can't turn back. Here goes the ult, and now the flank from Fnatic shows its full hand. One player goes back to deal with them, but there's actually two players on the flank, and they find out the hard way. Benji at least able to
Fight
pick
down
off
there.
Chronicle. The players now are waiting on site. I say players, it's just one. It's Boo, isolated. But he has managed to fly under the radar. A free pick on Boaster and Alphier. Here's the round they
Boo ने
needed.
crazy मारा
Even the
है भाई.
lockdown committed and denied. Kayak, you've been sublime so far, but a little more needed.
Got res.
There's the pick and the res, and that brings them right back into the round.
And you finally managed to deal with Alfia and someone brings him back to life. Counter lockdown.
लड़ेंगे ये
Going to
लोग.
be put into play.
पीछे नहीं जाएंगे ये लोग.
The round's so much more important than anything else. Alfia actually looking to try and play ahead of it, and he'll be dealt with by Rians. And while there's not a lot of time left, it won't matter. It
W,
takes a
WTS,
second
W.
pause, but there is a response. A solid
W.
individual round from Boo as well.
Group
I
में
think
कैसे
that's
आने का?
now his bond to the
Mods!
scoreboard for the
अंदर
first
तो
time
भाई
in
को
this
help करो.
matchup, but it wins them around.
Yeah, it was a surprise play. It was him sneaking his way through, fitting that while he's busy leading the team and forgetting about his own individual performance, it is the cerebral play that gets him on that board. I was worried there in the end, Tom. My heart skipped a beat. Seeing Kayak, 2 shots, loaded into the Outlaw. 2 opponents, low HP, below that 140, and they both swing him. He had a chance, and he fired at them both. Neither shot landed. Heretics get themselves around as a result. Alpha, he's avoided a mesh of bullets sent his way. Heretics finally back on the board, and it's not too late to finish this half on equal footing.
No, we've seen them versus both.
कैसे लड़ने आते हैं ना एक दूसरे के
Vitality and
साथ?
Apex have incredibly clean defensive, 6-1 after getting enough
मैं
rounds
कब
on
आऊँगा
that
ग्रुप में विशाल भाई?
attack, so
टॉक्सिक
let's not
नहीं हो
pretend
सकते
like
वहाँ
this is
पे.
over
बात
just
तो
because
समझो.
this half has been fairly firmly in Fnatic's favor.
मैच फिक्सिंग का ड्रामा देखा क्या?
Sayside has
मेरे
been
को
a
कुछ नहीं
struggle. A
मालूम.
lot of it has come down to delay. The amount that can be slowed off nano swarms, snake bites, salvos. But they are a little bit earlier than what we've seen in a lot of other rounds.
I think you're very ready for it, though. Look, there's 4 players already on this site, and they are trained in on that position now. As 2 fall, they think it'll be a little bit more free, a little bit more open, but Heretics, well, they couldn't be more wrong. Left with just 1. He's on the ropes, quite literally, as Fnatic put to bed the 11th round, 7-4. A lead at the half, now guaranteed. The question is, how big will the lead be?
Honestly, their B-side defense is fantastic. Like, I'm genuinely enjoying seeing, because every time they're walking into this utility setup, but the goals change for Heretics each time. It's like, okay, this time we're going to try and get aggressive. We're going to try and play around it. And Bosa just puts a snake bite right in their path. So anybody that clips it gets stuck. Then behind that, you see the Mosh go in, so that they can't stand in that ground anymore, forced into a new position, and Salvos come in as well. So it's just like, it's constantly having to shift and move everywhere.
4,000 लोग देख रहे Fnatic को जीतते हुए. स्ट्रीम को लाइक कर दो.
Really much more you can do.
Now, there's a reason you're seeing everybody here. You've got a Viper's Pit alongside a Hunter's Fury to work with. The Pit is the main thing. Look at the space they got in the previous round. Look how close they got to the site. As Fnatic didn't look for those early fights. Instead, waiting for the wall to fall and taking the battles after. That means to Heretics, they can get in there. They can get that Pit in play and lock down that control, leaving their utility passively to cover their back from Killjoy. This could be a very dangerous round. And a couple of spams, the only thing really standing in Heretics' way. And the fact that they are taking a long time. I thought by now we'd already see them in there, but they're waiting outside of B. I don't know if this is going to work the way they hope it will, as Fnatic still have 4 players close by.
I think also having the drone, also having Wingman as well, that's important. A quick pick, but still all of that delay utility is in place. 30 seconds. Now the Mosh comes through as well. That they're having to just wait out so much different pieces of utility that a Risk could do it all. Hunter's Fury thrown in to try and find some damage as the Wingman goes for the plant. I don't know if it's going to... Oh, no, it's not. It's failed now. They're stuck again. They have to go pushing. They have to go moving. Minibu lands a second shot, though. He might just be keeping them in the round, but there's the swing. Spike dropped once again. With 7 seconds left, Chronicle, all he has to do is try and drop it one more time.
Second!
Your heart might skip a beat, but Heretics do get the job done.
Oh, they put the Pit in eventually, Tom. Jeez, they waited a while. How many fights were Fnatic given? Luckily, in the end, it falls into their favor. 7-5 at the halftime. Heretics have clawed their way back up to a close scoreline. The second half will see their defense. Somewhere we know that they're strong, but if they fail and falter here, that's the lower bracket run started. Fnatic.
We'll find out how it goes after the break. आपकी आवाज से तो टीवी सामने रखना. पीछे क्यों रखा है पलटने के लिए बदीर? सामने रखने का टीवी. $339K OP, love you यार, love you. ये साल 1 मिलियन, 2 मिलियन मेरे हिसाब से. बैच 10 मिलियन. चाय पीने का मेरे को अजय मैच 6 बजे है हाँ लेकिन पहला मैच जल्दी खत्म होगा तो अपन जल्दी चालू होगा इसलिए बोला 5:30 बजे रेडी रहो इसका 5 मिलियन मैसेज चाहिए यार ऐसा कुछ नहीं है रे आराम आराम से जाएंगे किसको गाई है 80 साल तक स्ट्रीम करने का मेरे को 80 साल ब्रो बेस्ट वैलो प्लेयर बेस्ट वैलो प्लेयर करके कुछ नहीं है क्योंकि एफपीएस गेम है बट कंसिस्टेंसी के हिसाब से आसपास इज वेरी कंसिस्टेंट और सेकंड बाय मेरा गोटेश
Welcome back, folks. 7-5. Fnatic leading the charge and looking good on pistol rounds in this series. Heretics, they better hope they can connect another one here, as that early start on this map is really all that makes this a close affair. It was 3-1 in their favor, but Fnatic made a streak of rounds, bringing us up to this 7-5 halftime. But for Heretics, Tom, you alluded to it earlier. Well, not really alluded. You said it straight, and as it is, Heretics pretty good on the defense.
Yeah, at least in their victories versus Vitality and Apex, they were very
where
good on
is
that
Vitality
defensive
not
side.
playing?
And I think the
where
difference
is
though
Vitality
today is
not
that I
playing?
think Fnatic have done really well to sort of disorientate them. And well, just look at the immediate rundown. Heretics not feeling the burn just yet, as they will run it straight into their opponents. There's a lot of counter utility being put into play though. Still opportunities to try and fight this back, although has somehow managed to completely dodge that stun. He won't dodge the bullets, and what was a great start quickly diminishes into a Fnatic advantage.
I think we're going to see Chronicle having some stern words with Wingman after how it's gone for him in the pistol rounds. I don't know what's going on.
You stun me through a floor,
मेरा आज कार्ब
and then
खाने
you
का
don't
मूड
get
है
him when he stood
क्या
there.
You look him in the
कार्ब
eyes, you
मेरे को नहीं
say,
मालूम।
I know you. I'll let you away with this one. You're my buddy. Well,
क्या आता है
a 3 versus 2, a good recovery by Fnatic, and they managed to find Benji coming up behind them. Not deal with him completely. Make him a bit modest with 70 HP
वेज
remaining.
लोग
He'll back
कार्ब्स
off.
खाते नॉन वेज लोग
The
क्रैब्स
world is
खाते
Fnatic's
ऐसा था ये
oyster.
वाला
Team Heretics, they've got to gamble
पिज्जा कैन
where they think the hit's coming in.
डोमिनोस
Sana.
Patient stuff. Not wanting to overface, not wanting to gamble. Still having the
30 seconds left.
orb available as well.
अच्छा था जोक अच्छा था आउट स्नैप का है और
Now slowly making their way towards the A site, which is completely open. Nobody even remotely close.
can
Eventually the realization has to come through for the side
दो
of Heretics
पर्सन
that
साइज पिज्जा और
they
दो
are on the wrong side of the map, and you mentioned it, how critical
पर्सन
this
साइज
pistol will
मजा
have
आता है
been.
खाने को
And now we look at
Fluffy,
Mini Boo
fluffy.
and Benji and see what they can do with it.
When it comes to pistols,
लीन
Heretics have
क्रश
usually
ट्राई
been
करो
pretty good.
लीन नहीं रे तीन क्रश तो करे
But here, Fnatic
One
definitely
paper
upping the
thin,
challenge
paper
a little
thin
bit. This 3v2. Everyone tagged on that attacking side, but they've got the numbers. And the unknown factor,
अच्छा
the
खेल
positions
रहा है
having
ना
to be cleared,
TH
swinging out
Fnatic दोनों
from those corners. Fnatic with a
तेरे
third
30%
pistol in
काट
this
के दो
series.
वड़ा पाव आ
And I
जाएगा
say
नहीं
Heretics have
आएगा
been
रे
pretty good.
बाबा
They're number 2 in the region, right behind BBL, who
इसमें
we
पाव
talked
आता
a
है
lot
सिर्फ
about how strong their performances have
इसमें
been.
पाव
So for Fnatic,
भाई मेरे को एक बात बताओ डिलीवरी चार्ज हाँ पाव आता है भाई इसमें 30% यूट्यूब ₹2 का पाव ₹40 डिलीवरी चार्ज समझ रहे हो पाव आया सर महंगा हो गया भाई जमाना
Good job.
It's all about getting in towards that.
नैतिक भाई थैंक
grand
यू
final
57 मेरी जान के
chance at the
चोटे
trophy. Damn, nice shot from Mini Boo, but again, the first kill might go the way of Heretics,
बू मार सकते
but the second
मार
and the third go in the other direction. Boo has picked up the mantle of his brother, trying to do that little bit more.
भाई बू
Some nice
सेक्सी मारा
shots,
बे बू
but
सेक्सी मारा
the round still looks favored. The man
फट से
against them,
डोमिनोज
though,
ऑर्डर करता हूँ
maybe the last man
Dominos.
you'd want to come up against here.
he's up close. He's ahead of the curve. He's taking
1v1?
crashes down, runs for the hill, and makes it round the corner. Plant will come through. But a real chance now. Only the one swarm grenade in play. And Rienz, I like
कहाँ
the
से
idea.
real chance
The big wrap around he's going for. Hoping to catch his opponent off
Only has a
guard.
classic.
He may well catch him off guard. Look at where Alpha's going. He's so focused on this path, on even it being a side push, but now he's spotted and what a shot! What? Three ends! Connects two to the dome of Alphayear! And while the pistol round may not have fallen into their favor, the pistol of three ends brings this round back into Heretics' pocket. Unbelievable!
Unbelievable!
Well, the Red Bull clutch, but more so.
Bhai,
That's
kya
going to be the
mara
easiest
hai?
bundle on planet Earth to sell when your players are doing stuff like that with it. That's just utterly ridiculous. And I said it in the moment, there is no one else you want in those clutch scenarios with how solid Brians has been individually.
It's just
ridiculous.
And that's the right click. That's the right click.
Bhai, mast mara.
How about the left click?
Hey, time out kare na main dominance
Well,
order
the
karne
first one was the right click.
Yeah, the up close battle. I don't think he quite would have been right clicking Alphayear from there. Now, Fnatic have come through. Two
आज मेरे को
rifles
ऐसा लग रहा है कि
in play.
Chronicle ही सबसे
Those
बाप
players
थे.
playing the pistols have a chance to buy back up here. And they'll put their money on the line early on, not wanting to see that lead dissipate, not wanting to see Heretics one round away from them. They'll still have money for the next. Don't worry about that. It's not the biggest risk ever, but it gives them a huge opportunity. The opening pick already there is Kayak with another alpha, returning with the classic onto Woot. And all of a sudden, this round that had little to speak about in favor of Fnatic, just two rifles, now they've got four. And there's only two rifles for Heretics, only two players left standing.
Benji's held the line at least for a little bit. He's managed to find a gap in the trade. Was never going to not come through from that position.
69 shot
And now leaves Boo a gap to run through.
भाई पैसे की तो अम्मा बेन हो गई है.
Suicide if he was to try and get through that gap, knowing there's going to be somebody either to the left, to the right, or up above. And at the moment, it seems like the majority of them, the wall's at least giving him a gap to try and find around, but he's hoping for a fight. And just look at where Fnatic sit. They are all back passive, waiting patiently for a single tap to come through. And guess what? Those salvos are online once again. Crashes. Always so irritating in these scenarios that time is ever ticking, ever falling. And for Boo, I feel like at this stage it just has to be the retreat. And I think even the Fnatic players are starting to realize it. Look where Crashes has got to. He's just trying to stop him getting out of there, wants to remove that gun, and that's exactly what he'll do. The knife in the back, the thorn in the side. Fnatic, I've got 9 on that attack.
Taking the small advantage of that early.
ये क्या चालू हो गया भाई? मैकडी में कोरियन बंस, कोरियन ये, हाँ यहाँ पे मैं देख रहा हूँ कोरियन स्वीट चिली चीज बर्स्ट डोमिनोज में. क्या हो गया भाई? इतना कोरियन खाना तो मैंने कोरिया में नहीं देखा. क्या हो गया?
Shut up, Tom. All right, it happened one time in ranked.
Oh no, sorry.
बहुत गंदा मत करना. कोरियन खाना खाने का है तो कोरिया में
जाओ. Come up for the
मत.
Irish, Tom. I don't like it. Scott would never co-sign that. In fact, I reckon he's already writing that down in his notebook. Double digits.
Going to give him a stern high five after this game.
Yeah, it's going to be Scout with Boaster and Chronicle with Wingman. Big talks to be had. 9-6, double digits now, looking probable for Fnatic. And you got to say, Tom, great course correction after that. Little bit of a bump in the road in this half.
Yeah, a little bit. I'd say it was a big bump in the road, but then I guess somehow they've used it as a ramp. Doesn't make a lot of sense. Mini-Boo, he's been struggling this game, and just look at the amount of utility that's being put in. They knew exactly where he would land. And yeah, the hero gun has ended up as the zero gun. Nothing found. A lockdown to force any players off this site. You had the stack. You had the players in the right place at the right time. Unfortunately.
Thank you to 40.
Gotta run. And that was it. That was the worry. 3 players tucked in, ready for the fight. A real chance for Heretics, but the lockdown wisely put into play by Alphayear here. Leaving Fnatic with double digits almost assuredly. The question was, would it be flawless? And in zone, we'll be sad to see it isn't. As Boo is the last one standing, picked off Chronicle. Still, though, Thrash online for the next round. Double digits secured. And Team Heretics on that familiar scoreline of 6. It's around now. Fnatic just ran away with it. Going back to Fracture. We may see the same again. 4 players alive. Big economy round as well for that attacking side.
Can you show me normal pizza? Hello, Alexa. Normal pizza, batao.
Completely different story. We did not need a replay of him throwing that into the barrier.
That is cruel.
I've already been mean enough beforehand. Don't need to double down on it. Shout out Scott again for the lineup.
All right, listen, Tom. You're on thin ice now, man. You're on thin ice.
They're winning rounds. That's fine. 10-6.
Interest mango na. W.
Ultimates building up the Heretics, but starting to question if it's too little, too late. Armageddon for Crashies. They've had so many set plays around this.
Right,
He tries to run away. Oh, it's damage! They even had a salvo that goes behind. Rian trying to dodge every single piece of utility. Memes already being made on Twitter to prove like, Valorant. How difficult it could be to play. He does survive though, but well, his teammate has not. In fact, Rian didn't even last long.
And now Moose looking the wrong way
Fnatic
again.
too strong. Save.
It was
Season
Kayak
save.
to distract him
By
last
11-6,
time. This
Python here,
time,
12-6, 13-6, 14-6.
And either way, this
He's
has
good.
got to be a save. Look, they're
Who's
already
there?
backing off. They're already giving up that control towards the B site. Boo and Benji look to hang on to these weapons, and how quickly that round fell apart. And Tom, you're exactly right as well. It's not just the fact that you have this ult coming through, but behind it, you've then got a nano swarm and the salvos to block them in. I mean, those players were under so much pressure, and they struggled.
One gap.
The tiny gap. And immediately on the way back in, Fnatic, they're finding players trying to regain a spot to fight from, trying to regain control, and they go right in to the flood of Fnatic. The flood of that attack side wipes them clean from the board.
What's up?
Looks like they'll save their weapons at least, but it's a small solace.
Yeah, I think my favorite thing about Fnatic with these sort of setups is that they are aware of the space. Like they know exactly, they go, oh, we've done this amazing execution, and if they don't get a kill from it, they're not going, oh, I guess there was just no one there. They're going, okay, there was a gap here and here, so we're going to now execute into those positions and make it more players who have managed to survive our util. Like, it's just such intelligent play. And we talk about Heretics and these explosive compositions, the individual brilliance of players like Miniboo, and they have been really struggling throughout this matchup so far, not been able to find that same value we've seen all season. Like, you talk about Miniboo being the highest ACS player. He hasn't been in this game. Boo, though, will at least start things off with an opening pick. And that's Kayak gone. So the res won't be used. Unfortunately, you can't bring yourself back.
That is 2 rifles, though, for Team Heretics. Boo has 1, Benji has the other. The rest are sitting down with pistols. Space taken, but spotted. And on the way back, he's dead. Dead to rights. Good spam. Good opportunity to recover a weapon. Boaster tries to be the thorn in the side, but they've abandoned that control. Heretics with a 3 versus 5 in their favor. 3 weapons as well to work with. This is all that they need. And I like this. Immediately you see Miniboo back off from that fight. He doesn't need to risk it. Just spotting for the info.
Trying to make sure that there's no gap to be had. You've also got the deep alarm bot, so even though it might look like B is open for business, that will give enough information. That's why Benji hasn't gone any further forward, wanting to make sure he stays within range. This might roost them a little bit though. If that push-up will come in, they'll destroy the U2, and immediately, look at the rotation. Look how many people have just started running the other way. The problem is how much time can be bought. Woo needs to just try and get 1 here, and he doesn't, but there's a Hunter's Fury on the other side, and that will do the job. That will clear everything out. Boaster's left flank
round by
TH. Whoa, he almost gets taken down there by the Sheriff. Rian's going back for more. He'll be dropped.
कैसे राउंड निकालते हैं बेटी ये जैसे अनबिलीवेबल वाले
Heretics pushing past that barrier of 6 somewhere they were kept on when it came to Fracture.
चुपचाप बैठने को नहीं होता.
And a gap of 4 rounds now. This game is far from over if Heretics can keep this form up. That was a round that they had very little to work with. And yes, the Hunter's Fury was used. But that was really just the icing on the cake, the seasoning. The main dish, though, was that opening pick by Boo, was that fight inside of Tube and the rifle recovered, and then passive play allowing that clock to run down.
Potentially.
ये नहीं मालूम था भाई.
You see the
जिंदगी में नहीं मारा है
is the main target. Trying to continually build up the ultimates for the side of Fnatic. When you have that Thrash in play, there's a lot of space that can be taken. The thing is, though, you look over on the A side, it's just a solo defender in the form of Riens. The gamble has been made that they'll be able to get in, and a lot of that will come down to having this lockdown available for Benji Fishy. They are confident in the retake, so the only goal really for Riens is, okay, spot, see if you can find information. If you get a kill on the way, fantastic. But it seems like the rotation from the defensive side actually coming a little bit earlier. They have made that realization.
Monster on the loose.
And a good job that they're playing that bit more passive. Thrash is on its way. It's caught one, but Miniboo's down below, ready to pounce. Boaster gets caught in mid as well. Really nicely played by Heretics, covering all their bases, defending the man that got caught by the Thrash. And now 3 players on site ready for the battle. Fnatic walking right in to the fray. I like Kayak's spot, but no one's giving him an angle. Oh, here we go. He's up and above. He's caught them in the ult. The trade comes in quick with Miniboo shutting that down. Alpha all alone. He's been sensational so far. Gets the opportunity for one, but with 12 seconds left, that plant has to be stuck at this time, and the flank indeed should secure this round as he runs for that safe spot. It wasn't so safe with Boo around.
Yeah, you can forgive him for making the prediction that, okay, if they put that lockdown in, probably both players are going to come from the same angle at the end and not have separate 1v1 duels.
Hope for the best on next matches. Love you, Kartapi. Bye.
Overall, they had a solid read on everything that was going on.
Third map,
this timing was everything.
very much
that
possibilities.
Was almost dead
very
to
much.
right as he attempted to rotate in and ends up being a pivotal factor. And although he ends up being caught, the quick reactions from those players is enough. Fnatic, after losing a couple in a row, have made the decision now that, okay, well, we need to try and slow this down. We do not want to allow Heretics to firstly get back into the game, but secondly build that momentum. Start seeing those superstars that we have done all the way through the season.
Yeah, be cameraman.
That's it.
Huh?
It's time to get back on the horse for Fnatic.
Same ball cameraman.
Doesn't seem like much, but we know what Heretics can do when given this kind of space. Now we're seeing them make those reads. The early aggression with the 2 rifles works out. The rotations that came into play there, perfect as they were ahead of the play. And you can see the coaching staff of Fnatic with a lot to say. That's a lot of holes to plug. But when it comes to these 2 boys, it's dangerous when they're given this much time to think. We'll see what Fnatic make as an adjustment. The res online, not much else for them, but they're competing against the ult from Miniboo that despite him having a quieter performance here on Xbox, this ult has done a lot for him before. Boo as well, having that Viper's pit. It's been a slow half, but if he's playing inside his pit,
I would rather not
it's going to be
comment
difficult to root him out of there. Even in the worst of times.
There you go, in terms of...
I don't want to leak the strats of our strats before the matches.
Do see the best of this Heretics squad. As I said, with the rounds they've played on the defense, a lot of the time it's been utter dominance. We've already started to witness them build back into this map a little bit. Still a long way to go. 2 rounds needed for Fnatic to close this series. 3 rounds just to level it up.
Locating targets.
For the attack. Bit of a slower pace. They were kind of steamrolling Heretics in a lot of these early rounds. So now that there's a little bit of resistance, back to the drawing board.
Heretics are going for something different as well. The stuns go up on B. Gecko flash as well as they look to take that deep control. They see nobody and now sense it's an A play. The wall comes in from Fnatic, the utility being heard, but they're a little slow to get that plant down, and that's a problem. Heretics have now rotated thanks to that early B play. They've got 4 players in position, ready to take that space. Ult pop, I believe, by Miniboo. The Viper's pit from the attack, though. That's going to be tough to fight back through with Alpha instantly rezzed.
They were hoping to try and kill him off again. Alfie are actually now one away from the lockdown. He gets a pick, and that kill on Tim might actually end up helping out. Chronicle as well, just holding the line already. They're trying to get it. Actually, I think that Nanoswarm has missed. It's bounced off, but it doesn't matter. The spams have done the work anyway. And now all that remains is boom! He's landed a multitude of kills, looking for a little bit more, but it was too much to ask. A 1v5 would have been absurd.
By W by Booster by.
For them at least, it's not to be.
W alt and W
Fnatic
spray. W.
right onto map and series point, and more importantly, a spot in their grand final.
Just one round
Bottle
away
करना
with
चाहिए था,
4
उसको
chances
football
to close
पसंद
it
है.
out. Fnatic
मैं
have
बोलता हूँ
come
उसको.
into this
तो तुम्हें
series
tension मत.
looking clean on map number 1. That was their pick, but it was Heretics who chose to fight them here on Icebox. A big round from Boo, sure. A 3-piece put on the board without the use of his pit. But it'll come to nothing. It will amount to naught if they cannot find 4 in a row. It was them to send Fnatic through that lower bracket. Stage 1 of last year. Well, revenge can taste sweet. Fnatic just one round away
from that taste. 100% देखना. 100% देखना. Fnatic mid जाएगी.
They'd be right back
B
into that
जाके
grand
ऊपर
final, but we
plant
know
करके
about
city लेगी.
the lengths you have
और
to go
Viper
through
को
in those
बोलेगा
best of
better हो
fives.
आप देखना.
The energy they'll be thrown into it, and well, we already saw this back at kickoff. Heretics thrown to the lower bracket, thrown to the wolves that were Team Liquid in form, and they did not come out of that lower bracket. Well, in one sense they did. Miniboo trying to get aggressive, trying to put some of that flair into play, but he's not found anything from it. Still sticks around.
Pit securing B, it's allowing them to rotate more heavily, and that's being sensed by Fnatic. Turret broken from down below. Nano active, just so Benji could clear below, but he's worried about someone being in tube, and he should be. He spotted the shoulder, spotted the elbow, and takes Alphier down, ready for the rest, but Kayak bests him, and now the B side seems open, but committing just to it. They've heard the steps up close. They know that there's players just outside, and use the slow to get themselves into position. The plant with 12 seconds left, the snake bite to delay, to give that bit more space, but they need to find some solid ground to fight from. Towards Snowman is where they're looking, but there's plenty of players waiting. In goes the Armageddon, it's caught one, Rienz is down, Woot forced into the open, and now the round seems to be in Fnatic's favor. A lot of ground to cover by Miniboo, by Boo. The pit falls and they know where he's coming from. They'll drop him right away. Grand finals bound are Fnatic, the first team to grace that upper spot, and they do it. Pass the test of Team Heretics with flying colors.
Yeah, in this case, lightning does not strike twice. Switch up the map pool, switch up the picks, and they'll come out on top. But let's be real, we are definitely looking at this matchup between these two as a potential grand final. I don't think this is going to stop the beating heart of the Heretics squad.
चलो मैं चाय लेके आया, फिर अपन करेंगे गेमिंग. मैं 1 गेम दूर हूँ अस्कांडे 2 से और 4 गेम दूर हूँ इमॉर्टल से. क्या हम आज गोटेश एम के साथ इमॉर्टल जा पाएंगे, या चैट मुझे और 2 दिन तक गाली देती रहेगी? जानने के लिए बनी रहिए इसी एपिसोड पे, मैं और मेरा तनय एपिसोड 1. ठीक है, चले क्या है, गेमिंग करेंगे, गेमिंग करेंगे. लिक्विड नहीं कर रहे, लिक्विड 2-0 जीतने वाला है भाई.
Highlights already being made in terms of players. Alfia today was incredible, but Crashies on this map, I would hate playing against his utility. It would make me so angry.
We talked about how valuable Crashy's utility was on map number 1, but his performance individually hit another level here. Those ults were connecting, those salvos were terrifying. Alpha and Kayak showing a wonderful form, and for Fnatic right now, this is the team to beat. Your first grand finalist for EMEA locked in, and they're eyeing up that trophy. You know that this is a squad that no one wants to face, and looking at Heretics now, that lower bracket BO5 against either BBL or Liquid, that's not a task I'd wish on my worst enemy.
Yeah, for sure. I think for Heretics, at least this time, they can look at it and go, okay, we're qualified. If we do face Liquid again, it's going to be a little bit different, but of course, we've got to hear from Fnatic themselves. Down on the stage, we have Kayak with Yinsu.
That's right, I'm now joined by Kayak from Fnatic. Massive congratulations. Kayak is your first grand final in VCT EMEA, and it's come, what, like 5 months after you joined the team? How does that feel?
Feels insane, to be honest. maybe we played really good today, so I think we earned it. So probably some things to fix, but I think today was one of the best days we ever played. So
super
happy with
clean,
that.
very clean. Now, what was the difference between facing Heretics like a week ago compared to facing Heretics now? What changed?
I think when we played them first time this year, it was like we played like a different team. We didn't have like energy, and energy is a big part of our team. So we didn't have energy. Like the game was super weird. Like we just didn't play like ourselves.
No fans too, right? The fans really help. You love having them here.
Yeah, actually, the fans. We're doing it for the fans. If the fans are not here, if the fans are not here, we are losing. So
yeah, that's true. That's true. They lost when you guys weren't here last time. Now you have a pretty good record on this stage when it comes to grand finals. 100% win rate. You know, we remember Ascension when you were here. But how different of a player do you think right now, standing on this stage, compared to you were on Apex?
I think I improved a lot. Maybe like just getting more comfy on stage. I feel like really comfy on stage right now. So I improved that for sure. And as a player, I improved like all of the things by a little. So I improved everything basically.
We're very proud of you, Kayak. But did you ever think that you were going to be the one Sage player of EMEA running down Icebox, opping all over the shop?
No, Milan or Ben was like, what do you want to play, Sage or Gecko? I'm like, I don't want to play anything of this. So, and I was like, after 5 seconds, I was like, yeah, I can try the Sage maybe if you allow me for some Grim Walls and stuff. So I gave a chance for the Sage, and it's working out really good. So
do you like it?
I think it's super fun.
Yeah, it's fun. We see you having a lot of fun. So this was it successful instantly on scrims? Did you feel it the first time you played it, or did it take some time?
We played first scrim, I think. I dropped like 10 kills. I was like, yeah, I'm not playing this stage. then after the break, we played second scrim. I was like, yeah, the stage is quite good actually. So I gave it a chance, and it's actually quite fun.
Where did you learn the walls from? Is it TikTok?
To be honest, I just went on custom. I found on some walls, and it was working. I was like, basically when we were playing Prax, I was like, throwing wall, I was laughing. I was laughing because I thought it's just funny when I'm like on top of something and I'm killing someone, and this guy has no clue what is going on. So, and I think like 2 days ago I typed Grim walls on Icebox. So I had some walls from the Grim, but I didn't use them yet. So
we can look forward to that. We can look forward to that. Now I think you have probably one of the hardest, if not the hardest job of any tier 2 duelist coming into here. Big shoes to fill. How did you, I guess, block out the noise of people saying you might not be good enough? Because I think you proved them wrong.
No, I think in the off season when I joined, I was like feeling kind of some pressure on me. But when the kickoff came and stuff, I decided that I'm just gonna do my role, and I'm gonna play like myself. I'm not gonna think about it. I need to feel someone's shoes because I know that I'm a good player. So I just have to believe in myself.
You're a great player. Now, lastly, when it comes to joining Fnatic, it must be nerve-wracking, right? As the new player coming in, they have such big personalities on this team. So what is the system? What is the Fnatic system, and how do they integrate you?
Winning streak.
I mean, all of my teammates are like really fun and stuff. So when I joined, I instantly like got the vibe. I think maybe not instantly, but because I think when I join the team, I'm quite shy. You know, so I need to get to know some of the teammates and players. But after some time, I was really feeling it, and the vibe is insane right now, as you can see. So,
are you as silly as they are? Do you consider yourself a silly guy?
Yeah, I think I am.
So shy guy to silly guy now. I love that. That's the progression we love to hear. Thank you very much, Kayak. Once again, guys, grand finalists. By the way, Kayak, give it up one more time for him.
Let's go.
All right, we do have one more spot left for Masters Toronto. Liquid will be taking on BBL right after this. But before that, Boaster is joining me and Petra on the desk. We'll see you after the break.
Hey, Jana.
Ryan, me and Alpha.
With Brian out here. He's working at McDonald's, Brian. Where are you going, bro? Where are you going, bro?
You cannot run from me, man. This is Benji in my pocket. Fish.
किस खुशी में मारा तूने?
Jana. Sorry. Derta, Pankadu, Derta. डर था
मेरे को विशाल भाई ने बोला वो टपली मारेगा करके, मैंने बोला मार ही नहीं सकता वो। I trusted you.
हाँ क्या?
Supreme Court.
Hey, now that I have broken your trust, how about I go for a boys trip to Russia?
चलेगा, रशिया जाएगा तो।
Language.
Red Bull gives you wings.
वो दो कंट्री में मत जाना।
कौन सा दो?
वही। जिन्होंने उनको सपोर्ट।
लंदन नहीं जा रहा। होस्टन में गए टर्की लोग। गेमिंग करेंगे गेमिंग करेंगे गेमिंग करेंगे गेमिंग करेंगे गेमिंग करेंगे गेमिंग करेंगे।
पैसों के लिए कुछ भी, पैसों के लिए ना तूने मुझे मारा। पहली बार हाथ उठाया तो ना मेरे पे आज।
वो भी 500। नहीं 3000 था। सॉरी सॉरी। ला ला वो भी मिला नहीं। हर में जीतता तो मिला, हारा करके डेर। डब्ल्यू डिरैंक करेंगे। डिरैंक मत करो रे।
तेरा डेर तेरे तक ही रख। मेरे पे आया ना अभी नेक्स्ट टाइम कभी भी चैनल उड़वा दूंगी पॉजी को बोल के।
घर एक सपना एपिसोड 1 देखा है तूने?
तो डेर तेरे तक रख। मैं लगाती हूँ तेरे पे मेकअप।
सॉरी सॉरी। बात तो यू हैव अ पॉइंट, यू हैव अ पॉइंट। ऐसा डर कभी लाइफ में एक्सेप्ट मत करना प्लीज। थैंक यू। सॉरी। ए साइड हटो ना, मेरे को बैठने दो। मेरे गेमिंग पोजीशन में मेरे को बैठने दो। गेमिंग गोट एम पोजीशन में मेरे को बैठने दो। साइड हटो। उधर तूने मारा, इधर मैंने मारा। लाल कर दिया हाथ। कैसे?
किसका?
तूने भी मारा, गया है बेटा।
भाभी को मारा?
लाल भाई बेस्ट ऑफ लक फॉर टुमारो। बेस्ट ऑफ लक फॉर टुमारो। सब लोग भाई मेरे को एक बात बताओ, ये जो मेरे लौड़े की इमोर्टल लॉबी भाई क्या है भाई?
मेरा भी देख, असेंडेंट्स मेरे नीचे देख।
हाँ लौड़े के इमोर्ट भाई क्या कोई बताएगा ये क्या है? ये
देख मेरा भी देख। मगू मैचिंग टुडे।
क्या है ये भाई?
मगू
हाँ
मैचिंग
डब्ल्यू क्या है ये लौड़े के इमोर्टल्स? कोई बताएगा? लोग मेरे गेम पे शक करते हैं।
लोग मेरे गेम पे शक करते हैं।
बंक्स भाई आप मेरा मैसेज का रिप्लाई देने वाले थे। क्या मैसेज का रिप्लाई? ओ हाँ ओ फक मैं भूल गया। आज करता पक्का। न्यू डेयर थैंक्स मिकी भाभी। मेकअप इनकमिंग मत करो, एक्सेप्ट ही नहीं कर रहा मैं।
वो एक्सेप्ट नहीं करेगा, मेरे को मारना एक्सेप्ट करा बराबर है।
सॉरी सॉरी। न्यू बंडल देखो। कहाँ से न्यू बंडल देखे? ये न्यू बंडल नहीं रे, गिव इट बैक रे बाबा।
मैच फाउंड।
गिव इट बैक मतलब पहले जब ये स्किन आया अपन ने पैसा दिया नहीं राइट को, तो वो लोग ने बोला गिव इट बैक, पैसा वापस।
रिकॉन फैंटम आई है, जिसको भी चाहिए जाओ ले लो। फिर बोलना मत।
लॉस फक्स।
तेरा माइक क्यों बंद है?
जेन मोड में खेल रहा था। दो जन लड़ रहे थे आपस में, मैं जेन मोड में खेल रहा था।
मेंबर्स ओनली कर रही थोड़े टाइम में, खाना खा के या खाते खाते।
आँख पे क्या लगा? नहीं चाहिए डर, नहीं चाहिए विशाल भाई। सारे डर कैंसिल अभी। चाहिए नहीं कोई डर, करना ही नहीं है कुछ, करना ही नहीं। शांति से नॉर्मल स्ट्रीम करेंगे। वॉचर टू इमोर्टल 4 गेम दूर हूं मैं। 4 गेम 4 गेम मतलब 4 घंटे लगेंगे मेरे को इमो पहुंचने के लिए, समझ रहे हो? मतलब अपन सीधा कल पहुंचेंगे इमो। Fnatic वर्सेस टीएच जीता 2-0। गोड़े थैंक यू फॉर द 5 गिफ्टेड। 8 का सब अच्छा चाहिए ही नहीं ना। इसके बाद मेरे को मालूम है 10 के बोलोगे, वो भी नहीं चाहिए। नॉट अ ग्रेडी स्ट्रीमर। मैंने स्नैक्स पैसे सीखा हाउ टू से नो टू चैलेंजेस। व्हेन कैन वी एक्सपेक्ट यू टू गो इमो 3 भाई? एक बार खत्म हो जाए, मास्टर्स खत्म हो जाए, मास्टर्स के बाद बूम बाम करेंगे बिफोर स्प्लिट 2, ठीक है? जैसे मास्टर्स खत्म होएगा बूम बाम, लॉन्ग स्ट्रीम्स भी होएगा, अदर गेम्स भी होएगा, सब कुछ होएगा।
The cold air feels wonderful.
15K ना नहीं चाहिए, नहीं चाहिए ना। कोई शौक नहीं मेरे मुंह पे मेकअप लगाने का। $1000 सोच सकता हूँ उसमें, मैं सोच सकता हूँ। आई कैन गिव इट थॉट। अब हमारा बोस्टर खेलेगा लव यू यार। भयंकर बोर हो रहा था पूरा दिन, ठीक है।
Mid a lot. B.
Headshot. Enemy kill.
Spike
planted. Got one.
Shallow dead.
One enemy remaining.
Beautiful. कब आ रहा है खाना? आ रहा है ऑन द वे 21 के सुपर चैट ना दिल पे पत्थर रख रहे बोल रहा हूँ ना, मेरे को मेकअप नहीं कराना। हाँ ऑलरेडी मॉर्टल भाई ने मेरा आधा मेकअप करके 50 में मेरे को मस्त चुना लगाया था। $40K के नीचे नहीं, WY रहता है। 40K में लिपस्टिक डालूं मैं तेरा।
Scanning ahead.
Enemy spotted A.
Bomb back out.
Spike down A.
Satchel out. Their jet has nothing on me.
Done. 41K सुपर चैट। कितना किल्स?
Turret out.
कितना किल्स?
शरीफ सवा।
41K सुपर चैट प्लस 8 पेंडिंग, मतलब ऑलमोस्ट 50K। 22K। ठीक है, डन सीन बेबी।
Scanning ahead.
बराबर।
आधे घंटे से लड़ रहा हूँ।
Spike planted.
कहाँ से?
Last player standing.
मैं पाती।
Gone. Scanning ahead.
Where are we going this time? Remember what worked in the past.
25 कर दो, चुप रहो। 22. Oh, what's my left?
Last player standing.
मतलब 23 मारने हैं। ये जो आप कर रहे हो ना विशाल भाई, 22 मतलब 22 मारने हैं मुझे। 22 किल्स मतलब 23 मारने कैसा होता है? चीटिंग मत करो, ऑलरेडी हालत टाइट है मेरा। प्लस नहीं 22 मेरा अभी माइंड 22 पे। पहले 20 मारने दो, 10 मारने दो।
Enemy spotted. Found them.
Droning A. Rena here, Sova here, and Jet here.
Follow.
Nowhere to run!
Spike planted.
Engineer killed. Ow! Grenade!
One enemy remaining.
Boy.
90.
Window.
I got your backs.
Difficult shots मारते थे।
From the front.
Thanks.
Placing sentry.
Stand up.
Can I get a drop? Thanks.
Set up for A.
Get out of my way!
The hunt begins.
Oh, Sova here, Rena here. Jet here.
If they come, we can retake. We are so old. 1B.
Just one.
Jet 80.
One right side for.
Oh, Jet 1
Last
HP.
player standing.
1 HP, Jet.
क्या है ये?
Okay, we know the drill. Stick to your roles and we'll crush
This
it.
Viper set up somewhere. They're gonna come in.
How did Jet kill me from here?
Watching here.
Ante.
Turret
I want
out.
You want to ult? Watching. Okay. No one can kill you.
Set Bobby.
Set Bobby.
Team in.
Go back.
Satchel out.
You should run.
Bomb buddy out.
Mother chip. Oh! One below you.
What do you say, Droll?
Indeed.
Stretch your wings.
Indeed.
Set up wall A.
Revealing area. Reloading.
Low, 1 HP.
Spotted A.
What?
Reloading.
One on top.
Last player standing. Spike planted.
Ay! इससे लेफ्ट नहीं देख
No
रहा
one gets my firepower. I got this.
कितना किल रिमेनिंग है 18 You want to play up down?
There.
Up down?
You want to push? I can shoot the recon.
Okay.
Set up wall A.
Oh my god.
Okay, to die.
One enemy
To my side.
remaining. Spike down.
Elbow.
Beautiful round.
Watch them run when lit by my sonar. That's when we strike.
Can I get a drop? Thanks. Placing sentry. Need a drop.
Sujan bhai, thank you for the membership.
Get right.
आ गया मेरे को सिर्फ गार्लिक ब्रेड दे दे अभी के लिए
Set up wall on A. Dropping B.
Viper B.
Spike down A.
On top.
One enemy remaining.
Default.
Hey, what do you mean? Hello?
Oh, nice.
The tech is only as good as the
What do you mean? I killed 3 balls. Press so good. Holy shit. अंकल दो मेरे को सिर्फ गार्लिक ब्रेड और दीप अभी और मेरा एक छोटा सा पार्सल रहेगा
Warfield. So
गार्लिक ब्रेड और दीप बस बाकी तो खाना था
Same right side A.
Hey.
B1B.
Come down, carry. They might fake A.
So can
A.
you drone?
Yeah, of course.
Wall up.
Deploying drone.
Two here.
Wall up.
Wall up.
Wall up.
Viper.
Jet B, man.
Three here.
Get out of my way.
He cannot planting, don't worry.
One enemy remaining.
Where?
Last round before the switch.
Use everything you have. We lose it anyway.
Anyone have pre-root? Pre-root vandal?
Turret out.
Viper set up for A, I think.
Revealing area.
Cam it.
Done with.
One could be into ba?
Take flight.
Two Jen.
Enemy tag.
Three.
Nowhere to run!
One yellow. Viper, no. Go there. Two there.
छोड़ नहीं दे सकते कैंसिल चैलेंज कैंसिल
Spike planted. Enemy remaining.
Yellow last
guy
scene.
Low. Nice.
Beautiful round, Ray.
No. Oh.
I give you power, okay?
Oh, my back hurts. Everyone's so pissed.
नहीं देख सकता ये बोला
Switching
था देख
sides.
सकता है चैलेंज स्टिल ऑन मत
To be young and have reflexes again. Good work, Jet.
So, where we go?
Placing sentry.
Can you buy code? Viper.
Breathe deep.
Nice. Everything for someone die. I'm taking go. Push.
Enemy spotted A. Bomb buddy out.
Two here.
Lenading. Inside.
Last player standing.
लेना दी
Spike down A.
Yeah, Lenading.
Race into the spike sites. Out of charges.
Three. Mid to B.
चैलेंज गया किधर गया
Smoke mid. Go two together.
Right here.
Smoke up. Go.
I have spike down B.
2v2. 1 A. Sova A.
No, Sova B.
Last player standing.
lol
if you crush this, I will give you.
Crush, okay.
Give me what ball?
Okay.
Okay. Now.
We are strong because we are together.
Oh,
don't forget that.
Lena out. Lena out.
Oh, 4v5.
4v5.
Yeah.
Let's go C.
Let's go A.
Okay.
I think go B. Viper always play A.
Yeah. Let's go B.
Let's go B. Let's go B, guys. Let's go B, guys. Come.
CCB. CCB.
Prove बोल दे excuse me.
CCB.
Yeah,
I can break the.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Scanning ahead. Shock dart.
Plant.
Placing swarm grenade.
No fang. You can go front. Viper. All in. So all in.
Can you wall up? Wall up.
Enemy remaining.
Don't wall up.
Fighting.
Don't wall up.
Don't wall up.
Don't wall up.
Just give them all.
This place is nice, but not nice enough to die.
4v5.
Let's fight mid, bow.
Okay.
Mid two.
It on here, mid to B.
I can
All
recon
fire.
here.
Yeah.
I can recon here.
No, recon orange.
Okay, recon orange.
Okay. Apa here?
Don't smoke mid. We fight, Pepper.
Revealing area.
Oh fuck! Mid recon.
Enemy spotted.
Reloading.
I'm low.
Run, wait, through.
Can you smoke mid? I'm scared. Smoke mid, bro. We go A. Please.
No more.
Go B. Oh, man.
B. One enemy remaining.
Last guy. 40.
Nice
shot, brother.
भाई kills ही नहीं मिल रहा है इको के और उसके 4v5 के वजह से
I hate to say it, but
Nice, Lena,
probably
not
best
come
to
back.
play as team. So, what's the
Nice.
plan?
go
Okay.
8 किल कितना राउंड में 4 राउंड में 8 किल मारने ना मतलब हर राउंड 2
किल
10 किल घुसपड़ी वाले 9 किल
Bomb buddy.
Deploying drone.
80. Dead 80. Backside clear.
แท็กคิวจอยลัตเตอร์
Can not planting. Raptor.
Spotted A.
Spike down A. Last player standing.
Finished.
Enemy remaining.
ah low
That's right.
hey Soba just ban bro they cannot be you
No, he ulting me.
no
Sorry.
after
Ears
all
still ringing.
we have
Yeah, but
jet
I
clear
repick
bro
you, Joy. Hit him 120.
yeah you repick
Yeah.
Stand up.
Placing sentry.
4v5 यार
I'll take everything from them.
Here.
Enemy down.
One roster.
Reloading.
Plant. Give me spike. I have the spike. Stop.
Two saki. Backside.
Scanning ahead. Found them.
One enemy remaining. 100.
Beautiful. Lena back ball, go B.
Oh my god, why they break?
I take orb, I ulti. Huh?
I got ult, kill from planting for me.
Everybody ult.
Oh, let's need one.
Out into the unknown.
Get out of my way!
Deploying drone. Right here.
Reloading.
Scanning ahead.
Ready.
Any wall up?
Yellow.
Bomb by down. Grenade spawn here.
Yellow. All in.
Here, spam front.
Wada.
Backside, all in.
One enemy remaining.
Here. On my ping.
Last player
Oh
standing.
my.
Spike down B.
Oh.
Never had a doubt. Let's keep it going. Can I get a drop? Thanks.
Need a drop.
Come by me.
Thanks.
Need a drop.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Let's go A-bow.
Purple have ult. Rushing A.
I think they're gonna push mid. Can I watch mid?
Out.
Did I have ult? We cannot play OT right now. Did I have ult?
OP. Two.
One was here.
Two. Prepare half.
Purple 80. Can we go B?
Kobe?
I'm gonna pick mid. Oh.
Right.
Last player standing. Spike down, attacker spawn.
OP. Yeah, OP.
30 seconds left.
Grenade! Satchel out.
We are going B-bow.
Stay taut as a bowstring. The fight demands it.
What do you do? I think we fight A. Let Killjoy ult. We try to plant here. Peppa, you ulti from here. You get detained in your ult.
Placing sentry. Bomb buddy out.
Need here, right side.
Oh, veto low. Nice. Two skin. KJ and Jet. KOP.
Oh, you pulled, not pulled, Brian. Can you ult, Viper? OT.
They're out.
One enemy remaining.
I think skin. That's scan, so what?
This beach.
He's saving OP.
Wherever.
Kill him.
Kill that beach ball.
Whoa.
Let's go again.
Match point.
We can end it now. Once more.
2 more kills, baby. 2 more kills. 2 more kills, baby. 3 नहीं 2 22 बोला था मैंने. बख्शो दिना करो. वरना गोटी जैसा ऐसे घुमाता रहूंगा. Careful, Sova ulta.
Reloading.
Upper
push. I'm down, wait.
Okay.
Don't walk up.
Take flight. Nowhere to run!
Spike down.
Backside, Sova.
Sova here, Jojo here. Oh, one HP, Sova, one HP.
Can you need right side?
Sova here, Jojo here. Rain unknown.
Spike down A. Player standing.
One backside, Sova backside. Jojo elbow.
किल था मेरा यार. किल जो लो.
30 seconds left.
I got the spike.
One enemy remaining.
Low.
10 seconds left.
Oh, almost.
40.
Almost. Nice try.
My bad.
It's okay. You're so good, bro.
Entivo.
Out of charges.
KOP.
Go back.
Let's meet run.
We have to win this round.
They cannot win this round. We cannot end it.
Can.
Why?
Quick peeks
Can.
now. Need to drop.
Can.
Almost.
Welcome to my world.
Feeling area.
Sova yellow.
40. Sova low. Yellow. Nice.
Wada.
Backside. Kitchen. Backside. Good. Nice.
You gonna kill me. Temporary, dude.
बस 40,000 गया मेरा. मेकअप करना पड़ेगा. चले कभी पीछे हट सकते चैलेंज से. मैं मेकअप नहीं कर रहा. MVP यार, MVP का 1-2 वो दो. कभी हट सकते. कभी हट सकते. आ जाओ दी. अब भी थोड़ी वो तो अलग कुछ करना पड़ेगा ना स्ट्रीम में. अभी थोड़ी मेकअप करके बैठो आधा घंटे के लिए.
Match found.
तो एक किल की वजह से टीम लिक्विड वॉच पार्टी. देख लिक्विड ने लोटस पिक किया है और रेज इंस्टॉल किया लिक्विड ने. मेकअप देना पड़ेगा. वी कैन डू इन वन स्ट्रीम चलेगा. नहीं है घर पे. दैट सम सपोर्टिंग वाइफ राइट देयर. लव यू यार. भारी नुकसान हो गया. सच्ची एक बंदे ने सही कहा था. स्नैक्स भाई ऑलवेज से नो टू चैलेंजेस. स्नैक्स भाई लव यू यार. विशाल भाई नहीं चाहिए. विशाल भाई नहीं चाहिए ही नहीं. कुछ नहीं चाहिए. मेकअप करेंगे बस. उसके बाद में कोई चैलेंज एक्सेप्ट नहीं कर रहा. मेरे में जोश है. तो हमको लाइट मेकअप करना प्रिटी वाला. ठीक है. नेचुरल एकदम. हाँ यू नो मी. लव यू यार. मेड फॉर इच अदर ही कह दे. मेरे भी गोटे मुंह में आए थे. एक या दोनों. भाई मेरा नेट उधर लगता था 100 हेड था यार. बहन चोद. फिर आपके दोनों गोटे मुंह में आ जाते. 10 सिंह. दोनों पूरा ऊपर ही था. Tomorrow we can do makeup पक्को. We didn't say full face makeup. बात तो है. बात तो है. लिपस्टिक भी चलेगा. ओनली लिपस्टिक.
We treat this like any other job. No more, no less.
लिपस्टिक.
No, we said makeup. No. मेकअप में कुछ भी आता है. या तो सिर्फ लिपस्टिक या तो मैं तेरे को सिर्फ कंसीलर लगा दूं.
You do lipstick? No, I can kiss you also after stream.
No, listen.
Ah.
I can do lip gloss also transparent.
Tomorrow.
I got your back, dude. But that will remember to relax.
Okay.
Target down.
2B.
Oh shit.
Very nice.
Okay.
One C, 2C, Omen and Gecko C.
Are they?
No. No, it's boss.
See. Boss. Batting.
Why?
Spike down. C. One enemy remaining.
Careful city.
No, last one. Open the door.
How long for smoke?
One spirit. Human.
Last player standing.
140.
In the smoke?
Wing. Just wing, bro. No smoke.
30 seconds left.
3, 2, 1.
140.
I spanked him.
Okay, bro.
Run my fist through that omen's face. Can you even? Who cares? I'm doing it.
बोचे में थप्पड़ मारा भाई. Big server is good for silver and gold on any server. मस्त खेलो भाई. मुंबई सर्वर खेलोगे तो बक्सर ही प्रो मैक्स होगी.
I'm out of here.
Spike down A. One enemy remaining.
B-man.
Oh, we know.
Can't hear.
Fine, I admit it. That was nice.
Maro patch is the call.
Keep up.
Go.
Flo, can you smoke here outside?
Okay.
Let's go. Reloading.
Right there.
Bomb buddy out.
So, against one way here. Hey, you're stunned. One sec. Oh my god.
Spike planted.
Spot for you.
One B main, one Binks.
Player standing.
I'm out of here.
Don't overthink it. Sometimes you just need to hit them with it.
Match started. अरे बजीर नहीं कर रहा. लिक्विड 2-0 इजी विन है. नहीं कर रहा वो गेम स्पीड.
They're holding there. One C long.
Okay.
They smoke me. They smoke C long.
I'm leaving you, Bridge.
They open the door. Can be man.
You're just holding B-man. Yeah, outside C.
I'm outside B.
No, they're just holding. Just kiss two.
Could be C box.
One B.
Hey, they're trying to go C.
Many outside.
No smoke. I have no smoke.
Mini. Go.
Come in.
Go, rest.
Yes. You can use side to side. Wait, I smoke for you. Choose.
10 seconds left. Spike planted.
Take a long.
It's one.
One enemy remaining.
Nice.
Dead.
Bro, they are playing VCT ball. क्या खेल रहे हो लोग इनकी माँ का हिस्सा?
Aw, surrounded by Mia.
पहला एक बंदा बी दिखाया, दरवाजा खोला, सी गया, दरवाजा खोला, बी किला, कुछ लोग ए लग कर रहे थे, फिर ए गए बी, पागल लोग। कितने बजे? 5:30। बोल निकालो। स्मोक किया भाई।
Hit them fast, hit them hard.
Zoom.
Gotta go. Get out of my way.
See? Okay. I'm smoking C. Go see inside. Omen inside.
Yeah, clear.
Omen inside already.
Oh, one more side, 2 side. Nice.
Sorry, can't help, bro.
Yeah.
Nice round ball.
I'm out of here.
What the fuck, bro?
कल वॉच पार्टी कर रहे ना? यस सर। पोल बंद करो, कर रहा हूँ।
Yeah, thank you.
एक बार वोट्स देखो, लाइट्स देखो। हाथी पसंद है चैट तुम लोग को? हाँ?
Maybe they're pacifists.
Same smoke.
I'm out of here. Spike.
Say follow. 80 safe.
One more shot.
He's safe. Yeah. 80. He's 80.
Last player standing.
Two, they
Going
go
I
C,
think they
going
go up
C,
there.
going
Yeah.
C.
My gosh, bro. Bro, how you gonna die on, bro?
Can I pushing?
Spike planted.
I can smoke cement.
I think Jet on top here.
To left side.
One
Yeah,
side.
Yeah.
Below your dick.
Take.
Hey, how did your stun not bounce? Your stun got stuck here.
Bro, gets just holding a ripple, bro. I kill 2 and B main, bro.
Yeah. I pushed because I thought Neon stun bounce like this.
It's okay, bro. But you no need to boost.
Go.
Just holding.
Yeah, we hold side.
Okay, Captain.
Go.
Yeah, bro.
I'm out of here.
Let me pick Oli, okay? Caesar.
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
Oh yeah! Man,
Oh, 3 B. Omen went SP.
Smoke.
Trying to go C. C. You saw good C. You would now.
Get water.
Come inside. Come inside.
she's still gunning for you.
Spike planted.
Hold left. Reyna stun. Low. He's low.
Enemy remaining.
Low.
AFK.
Low.
Last player standing.
Bro, he's low.
30.
Nice, bro.
Did you see my movement? Holy shit.
Yeah, bro. Bro, you don't even try to reroute the window, bro.
39. What the fuck?
I'm back. क्या watch out Fnatic 2-0 हुआ क्या? Yes
Hey,
sir.
can I have your phantom skin? Yes.
Drop.
हाँ drop.
Salamat, thanks.
It's you and me, Raze.
Gotta go. Go, go, go.
Hey, don't push. You don't push.
Smoke here, smoke here, smoke here.
Two C long.
Oh.
Player standing.
What? Bro, it's
Going A.
yeah.
No gun.
You mean the smoke,
Spike
right?
planted.
Yeah, boy. We called it.
Yeah, sorry, my bad. Yeah, okay. My bad, my bad. Right now one hit to Maso.
Bot coming back.
Beans to delete.
Ace.
Inti.
Don't stress if I die. It's great knowing you all. Also, delete my hard drive.
Just play normal. Don't push, don't push.
Can we save this round? And buy next.
Just smoke here and stun. Smoke, smoke.
Get out of my way.
One triple, one triple.
Enemy spotted A.
There.
Smoke, smoke. One close right.
Heads up.
One here on my ping.
What the fuck? There's no union.
But he know me.
Placing swamp grenade.
Bro, shoot the wingman, bro. What the fuck?
I think going back.
He's still outside.
Kersi.
Yeah, Casey. I'm smoking feeling. Let's go back. See.
You have ulti.
Turrets destroyed.
One demon.
30 seconds left.
In B, in B.
No need to, bro. Bro, why you ulti? Planting
Yeah, let
B.
him play, bro.
Effect.
Enemy remaining.
See? Let him play.
Spike down. C.
Yeah.
Just leave, just leave, just
Area
leave.
is clear.
I smoke
10
feeling.
seconds left.
No time, no time.
Go, go, go. You know, I
What?
could just outlive them.
He was too
Oh,
far
he-
because your
Really
video.
quicker. Go, go, go.
Yeah, I think just wait for the neon since go double pick, bro. Yeah.
That's an epic bro. You can smoke faster. Man, best
I can dab, I can dab.
ये मैप में लेकिन क्लब अच्छा है मरने के बाद भी
Thank you.
Smoke, smoke.
Okay. Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh, many C, many C. You see, many. Trust me.
One upper on the box.
Spike planted.
With me, with me. Can you smoke one way?
No smoke, no smoke, no smoke.
10 seconds. CT.
Last player
Ivy.
standing.
Wah.
Paint is ready. Charges check. Right.
Nowhere in sight.
थोड़ा आगा थोड़ा ही
Out of charges.
We can retake with my ult. Just play retake C. Just have city control, okay?
Behind me.
One C.
Only one smoke one way, say. No, just
smoke.
default.
Smoke here on my call.
My bad.
K in.
Bobo, let them plant. We retake with my ult. Let's listen or no?
Bro, why you take my ult, bro?
On top.
Wait now, outside.
Outside. Bro, what the?
Yeah.
Last round in
So hard.
No point saving.
Yeah.
Go.
Bro, I'm trying to ulti, bro, but they attack my kill, bro. What the fuck?
भाई मैं क्या करूं मैं बोला मेरे अल्ट के साथ रिटेक करते क्लो मर गया दूसरा भी बंदा पहले मेरे अल्ट के पहले मर गया बैंच बोल रहा हूं मैं आराम से रिटेक करते
आप
अल्ट मत यूज करो मत करो
You know, can you come in? No.
This Moxie. Hey, Fat C.
One way side or cement?
Bridge, carry bridge. One can come later.
In.
One by.
One K. Mini B. Oh my inti.
C.
One here. Can go away. Kill Gekkobo.
Oh, 105.
Got one. Almost done.
Low.
Omen low.
Backside, low.
What is he?
Nice.
क्या टप्पा का है मैं
I don't want to lie up, so I went you.
Switching sides.
It's okay.
Listen up.
गार्लिक ब्रेड खाएंगे मैच स्टार्टेड फिनिश होने के बाद बोलना मुझे
Go.
Hey, let's go see. Bridge, can you stun like this? See, bot, trust. Come here.
Yeah, go A. No. Fact A, go C. Okay, let me fact A. Okay, just holding C, man.
Yeah, I hold C.
Yeah, except for maybe pussy.
Maybe pussy.
I like it.
Pussy, what the fuck?
Reloading.
Have a kit. Taken out.
Go see.
Go get him.
Putang ina.
Bro, what the fuck putang ina?
One city.
Turret out.
Hey, anti him. Chill.
One enemy remaining.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Ingat ka. Don't get stabbed. Gotta go.
Turret
Right
out.
here. Go.
Go see.
I'm out of here.
Bridge, can you stun like
One B main, one A. Jet on A, one B main. You wanna smoke city or what, bro?
City smoke.
Placing swarm grenade.
Okay.
Placing swarm grenade.
Just plant here, huh? Plant here.
Okay.
Enemy remaining.
Aim master. Nice.
Banter.
There.
Aim phantom.
Trust me, they'll know.
Go. Gun here.
Refresh.
Placing
Hey.
sentry.
Rich. Aim phantom. Give me. Bye.
I need a drop.
Thank you.
Go second. See easy ball.
Bro, what the difference, bro? What the fuck?
Hey, putang ina. Come see.
Okay.
Let's make them dance.
Same. Bridge blind and stun like this, okay?
I'm out of here.
Small. 1, 2, 3. Cypher stream. Left side. Oh. Nice.
Gotta go.
Planting.
By gun rate of
What about CT?
Back up.
What about CT?
One cement.
Pila.
Neon.
What is
my
cement
bad.
ball?
My bad.
Pillar. 2 pillar.
Enemy remaining.
I'm
Low. You're right below you. Bro, what the fuck? Bridge, you're dead, bro. What the fuck?
Come on, get me in the line.
Bro, what the fuck?
Hey, bro.
What the fuck? Yeah. Hey, your phantom, Bruce.
Bridge.
Buy me, your phantom.
Stun like this. Stun here. From here, bro.
I'm out of here.
Oh.
Backside.
You understand, Bruce?
Talk.
What?
You come here and stun here, you know?
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
You want a small?
Kobe.
Heaven.
No smoke heaven.
One enemy remaining.
Last side.
Let's see.
Go.
You bitch.
Go.
Oh, that's
Oh.
140.
What the fuck, 140? Hey, who said 140?
Bridge.
What the fuck?
Match point.
Wait. Good. And out.
Putangin na mo. Tangin na bo. Tangay na
Hey.
bobo.
Hey, what's mean butang ina mo, bro?
I don't know.
What the fuck? Why you said that?
Somebody teach me.
Oh,
Plant, bitch.
Push there.
Bitch, you fuck.
Take hollow.
Placing swarm grenade.
One more.
One enemy remaining.
Heaven. And out.
Like I never left.
Bro, cái lồng em kịp trời luôn.
Captors win.
Hey, top flank club.
What the fuck?
Party. Cute squad ball. Loud AK mortals. I repeat, loud AK mortals. मैं भी डिजर्विंग तो हूँ यारो. Hey Sami, fuck you. छी मेरे जैसा रेस खेलता है मिका पाजी. सॉन्गिंग छोड़ के गेमिंग कर रहा. Hey, fuck you too, Binks. बड़ा हो गया तो आफ्टर गोइंग टू अमेरिकास लोडू सॉन्गिंग क्या है? क्या सॉन्गिंग? सनक का हैवी प्रैक्टिस चल रहा है। सनक 5-12 आ रहा है। कल कैसे खिलाएंगे तेरे को वो लोग? हाँ, इतना हैवी रैंक पुश चल रही है नीचे से। खेल रहे अपन और खेल रहे। जॉर्ड गैंग वेन रात के 4 बजे। विश्रुत भाई, मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ, नाम चेंज करके विशुद्ध रख दो ना, कि उसके आगे का लाइन मेरे को पता है। हाँ, विश्रुत के जगह पे विशुद्ध रख दो, आगे का डायलॉग मेरे पास रेडी है। इनकम चैट मिस, हाउ आर यू बिंक्स, आई एम ऑल गुच्ची, यू लेफ्ट मी एंड कृष्णन ऑल्सो लेफ्ट मी। रैंक अप कितना पॉइंट चाहिए? 2 गेम चाहिए, लेकिन मैं अभी शायद एक ही गेम खेलूंगा, फिर मेंबर्स हो जाऊंगा, या फिर 2 गेम भी खेल सकता हूँ, पता नहीं। मोस्टली एक गेम खेलूंगा फिर मेंबर्स हो जाऊंगा। रुक जाओ चैट, पानी लेके आया, वॉशरूम जाके आया, भूख भी लगा है मेरे को, डिनर भी करने का है। अब ये मत बोलना क्या खा रहा था ऑन स्ट्रीम। स्टार्टर खा रहा था, गार्लिक ब्रेड था स्टार्टर। एक दिन पब्लिक डेल्टा हो जाए, पब्लिक डेल्टा लेगा तो मेंबरशिप कौन खेलेगा? आई मीन लेगा। आई एम सॉरी, कोई सीन नहीं है यार। एक तो ये इतना बड़ा पानी का बॉटल लेना कौन भरता है पता नहीं भाई, भरते पानी का बॉटल।
Match found.
रेस गांड मारा रे ना, गांड मारा रे ना, गांड मारा।
Very good.
फक गाना बंद करने का इधर आ रहा
Touching side.
Last player standing. Spike down, C.
I think somebody needs to go to me.
I'm nothing like enemy cove. I would have caught dead in that outfit.
Do we force like G2? Wanna force? Finger?
Bombadilo, crocodilo.
Let's go.
Bye. Okay.
Bye. Let me garage with Cypher. You three go Silong.
I'm here to stay.
Reach you, stand like this.
Okay.
Knock right down.
Side.
Reload.
90 reach. Garage.
I have garage.
Another one.
Last
One
player
garage.
standing.
He doesn't have that.
One enemy remaining.
100.
Cover.
Cypher, stop bugging my field with microphones.
हाँ अगर ये गेम जीता तो एक और गेम खेलेंगे और ये गेम हारा तो मैं मर जाऊंगा ठीक है रैंक कुछ तो नहीं होने वाला ओके
Can you stun right side?
Wait. Stun.
Dropping smoke. Okay. Planted.
Okay, boost alien, guys.
Out of charges.
50.
hey 40 love
Clock was be clock.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
Hey, alright. Just so far, guys.
I don't know how is he flanking.
Kick him in the shit. Out of charges.
Guys, can you guys walk C? Cypher, you cage here.
There.
Bossy.
Yeah, walk C. You have to updraft dash, okay? Just cage here.
Nowhere to
Come
run.
back. Nice.
Saw me, he saw.
Smoke.
Pushing my side.
Plan.
Yeah, wait, fast.
One enemy remaining.
Nice, one more, alright.
Have one of these.
Beautiful call.
This party's just begun.
Talk.
Same cage here.
There.
Can you guys just break door and come in? Just spam the door.
Someone can drop in, can drop in.
I drop.
Enemy spotted B.
Our carrier's dead.
Spike down mid.
Can you make sound going a short? Let's clear mid now. Come see.
Pushing my side.
Plant.
30 seconds left.
My ult's ready.
Come, let's go, Silong. You can ulti from here.
Last player standing.
Give me those.
One Silong. This Sova and his flank.
Yeah, always.
4 rounds he flank and clutch. Oh.
Team Ace.
We done more than we did before. Let's go garage though. Let me take garage. You go Silong, you 3 go Silong. That's why you come with me. Safa, can you just aim here?
There.
Come late garage, okay?
Natural out.
Just aim here.
There. Bomb by down. Grenade.
Sun. Pushing.
Have one of these.
Can you see the ult from here? I'll call. Garage.
Over, fang.
Last player standing.
It's a match!
Gear up. Stay safe. We're going back in.
Safa, just trip here.
There.
You can hear them jump. Trip here. Come here, watch this.
He can chum like this.
Hi, he can hear, boy. He's not deaf. Come, go see again.
Let's go.
Just aim here.
There.
Go late garage, okay? Late. Safa.
Go get it. Grenade.
Dead.
I shot something.
Player standing. Spike down C.
We try next.
They want to dance? Ha, I'll lead.
Play slow, play slow.
Learn to come here, bro.
There.
Dog shit.
Raise, you net here, stun here. Ready?
Oh! Got it.
Basay.
Last player standing.
Anyone have any splints? I may have jammed.
Bro, I teach you. You don't listen, bro.
Fingers.
How hard it is. Just trip here. Just trip here, you fuck. Trip here. Come here. Trip this.
There.
Trip
Hey,
this.
Japan, if we wait, but hey Japan.
Now go here. Cam.
You can chill.
Roll for the initiative.
Come here and cam. Come here and cam. Cam here. See? That's why you're fucking dog shit, see?
I stand left side. One.
One more side.
I find them. I kill them. Simple as that.
You listen to 2 trips, you cannot come here. Just come and stay here, bro. Fuck. No. You can lurk, you can kill flank. Fucking so stupid. Pick window and die, dog shit, bro. I teach him, bro. What the fuck? Accident 1, he's worse than gold.
I can't see.
Chill out.
Just come and sit here, you fuck.
That's okay. Oh.
Alright.
Spike down, C. Last player standing.
Oh.
Good, we go next.
My ult is ready. Listen up, you muckers. If I don't get back up, just give me a nudge.
Unlucky.
I might be dead. Just
Go
take
ahead,
my hit.
try it. रहने दो दीदी भाई
Player standing. Spike down, A. Last round before the switch.
Spend those creds before we lose them.
3 बार मेरे कौन तोड़ा एक
Hey,
बार
Raise, time again.
Need a drop.
there we go
Rami. Go see.
we cannot break trips
Stay safe.
just up drop dash
Watch this.
Oh my god, this smoke. What the fuck?
Last player standing. Spike down, C. Last player
why are we smoking window nobody can bro no fuck
I'm back
I
for
cannot
You had your fun. My turn. Have one of these.
They do?
Yeah.
Switching sides.
Where will they do this?
I don't know why he smoked me. What the fuck?
Or Cypher to lock me. Mother should look fine.
We must shore up our defense.
Huh? They bhai.
Grenade.
Kerse. Control smoke, control smoke.
Spike planted.
Go get him.
Last player standing.
Loosen up.
One enemy remaining.
Impressive wiring. Grenade.
Match point.
We got it.
इंटी का क्या करूं? Come taxi. Bridge, can you play from here?
There.
Just done.
Dropping a smoke.
Nice kill.
You're right.
One enemy remaining.
Go, kill Safa. Either of you.
Alright, lucky socks. Don't fail me now.
Rich, you have to play Sib. Nobody can stop push.
Yeah.
Picking.
In garage. Already in garage.
Bomb by that. Dropping smoke. Grenade!
One was in garage, huh?
That's into me.
One enemy remaining.
One more.
Spike down
Shotgun.
mid.
One more.
See.
Enemy spotted. Reloading.
Just sit down.
Nice one, guys. Wait a ball.
We get a pick, we move in. Need a drop.
Third match to E Champions League. Crazy, 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 crazy. Can you shoot my recon?
There.
Holding position. No.
Grenade.
B.
Nope.
Bomb buddy out.
1B, 1 garage, 1 A. I'm leaving A.
Yo, smoke.
Back like I never left. Player standing. Down B. Attackers win.
कितना गंदा था कुकू बर्ड टीम का oh my god Asconde 1 mother choo फिर से 3 गेम रैंक पुश के लिए इसकी माँ इधर ही हूँ मैं भाई 2 दिन तक मैं इधर ही हूँ चलो आ जाओ मेंबर सुन ले आ जाओ शॉर्ट स्ट्रीम ठीक है कल दोपहर को मिलेंगे कल दोपहर को वॉच पार्टी होगी और कल आई थिंक EMA नहीं है लेट मी चेक कल EMA है और दोनों गेम है तो मतलब कल वॉच पार्टी का 14 हूँ मैं बेसिकली नहीं कल EMA नहीं है कल EMA है कल EMA नहीं है कल EMA है कल क्या डेट है कल लोअर फाइनल है भाई हो गया 2 दिन में EMA खत्म चैट 18 तारीख कल और परसों 2 दिन में EMA खत्म W फिर गेमिंग करूंगा बहन चो 2 दिन बाद 18 तारीख के बाद जो मैं पेलम पाल करने वाला हूँ चलो आ जाओ फट से शॉर्ट स्ट्रीम ठीक है शॉर्ट स्ट्रीम 1 मोर बंक्स बाय 2 दिन रखो 2 दिन के बाद लंबे लंबे स्ट्रीम होंगे एकदम 8 इंच लॉन्ग स्ट्रीम्स ठीक है चलो गाइस बाय 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 आदियोस शेडी में आदियोस टेक केयर सी या लव यू संडास रहेंगे अस्कांडे भीचू संडास
I find you a star and we could be